Step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Up and Adam, South Africa. Very good morning. My name is Graham Richards. Welcome to it. This is your feel-good kickstart to a brand new shortened week, we're going to call it. Hopefully you all had a wonderful Heritage Day, really reveled in being able to express the diversity of this country and enjoyed the public holiday as well. Also enjoyed sitting around the fire. It was, of course, National Pride Day. So thank you so much to everyone who answered Jan Brey's challenge to put their South African flags proudly outside their buildings, their offices, even their cars. We've seen a few pics. Thank you so much for being so proudly South African. Of course, at the end of the shortened week, our Jewish viewers will be celebrating their new year, Rosh Hashanah, of course. So Shana Tova to all of our Jewish viewers. We'd love to know how you are going to be expressing your culture, building up to what is one of the most important and most celebrated holidays on your calendar as well. So thank you so much to all of our Jewish viewers for sharing your thoughts already. And please keep connected with us this morning. Send us pictures, educate us. This is another opportunity to revel and enjoy our beautiful diversity in this country. And of course, we're going to have a little bit of fun today. We know that tomorrow is the big presenter search takeover. All of our top 8 contestants are going to be taking over our roles to just get a little taste of what it's like to be doing the job that 2 of them will be landing at the end of this grueling process. But today we're going to invite 3 of our contestants on. Who will they be? You're going to have to stay tuned to find out. We're going to chat to them, find out what the grueling process has been like thus far. And we know it's getting tough now. They, apart from the fact that they're all friends and they're going to have to see each other go, they're being tested in real-time competition now. It's about knowing what they can do under pressure when they have those curveballs thrown at them. And so far, it looks like they are coming out on top. And tonight, we'll get to see some of those latest challenges as Presenter Search on 3. The Expresso edition goes live right here on 3 at 7:30 tonight. So it's going to be a fun show, a nice mixed bag, even a little bit of Sevens rugby inspiration thrown in the mix. But let's get you prepped to see what you need to be wearing, because we now know what the weather has in store for us. Morning, guys.
Morning, G-Man, and as you said, yes, Shana Tova to all of our Jewish viewers celebrating Rosh Hashanah today. But let's get you up and ready and prepared for the day, taking a look at the weather conditions in the major cities thus far. So if you are in Johannesburg, you can expect mainly cloudy conditions with occasional sunshine and a southeasterly wind that dies down towards the evening. The sky will clear up as the day progresses and temperatures becoming a little bit chilly, so enjoy a break from the rain, Johannesburg. If you're in Durban, then sunny to partly cloudy conditions with high humidity can be expected. A southwesterly wind can also be expected for the duration of the day, as and it'll settle down as the evening approaches, with clear skies expected for the afternoon, temperatures becoming slightly cooler. If you are in Port Elizabeth, you can expect plenty of sunshine with strong northeasterly winds picking up towards the afternoon. Clear skies expected for the entire day and humidity remaining quite steady despite the wind. If you're going to be in the mother city, then sunny conditions abound with warmer temperatures and clear skies for the duration of the day. A light southeasterly wind can then be expected with humidity remaining low due to the wind. So that's what you can expect in the major cities. We'll take a broad sweep of the temperatures across the country in our news, weather and traffic update very shortly. But let us know what you are getting up to. Link up with us on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page. As we said, today is the Jewish New Year, or the start of the Jewish New Year. Rosh Hashanah is being celebrated, so we'd love to get those messages from you and all of those wishes that you can send through to us on social media, and we'd love to connect with you, share them with the rest of the country. In terms of what Tubbsy's going to be wearing, well, we've got a picture of what his outfit is going to be looking like, so you can see it over there. He's going to be going with neutral shorts that you can wear with anything, perfect for the summer as well, day out. Well, he'll be out here to show you his outfit a little bit later on. But for me, basic denim jeans with a basic itinerary to clearly give you a squiz of what I'm wearing. I need to pull down my jeans a little bit. This is what happens every time I sit down. But I've rolled them up ever so slightly just to kind of hit the bottom and top. You can see that the jeans turn up, kind of matches the texture and the color of the jacket a little bit, but I feel like a little boy blue today. Gone with the all blue swag, and of course, blues and browns never let you down. That's why I've paired it up with some brown boots and an accompanying brown belt. And if you feel like it, you can also share your outfit. Show us what you're wearing today as you get ready for a brand new day. But of course, we always love to inspire you with a quote. Graham, what do you have for us today?
Thank you, buddy. It's all about keeping positive this morning. In fact, we try and kind of inject a bit of positivity every morning. But I have to say, and I've become addicted to asking people this, especially the more successful people that I'm fortunate enough to connect with every day and kind of share their thoughts. Positivity and failure. How do they view failure? And it seems to be a choice with most of the very successful people that I'm able to interview, that positivity really is a choice. Choose to focus on the positive, not the negative. So our quote this morning says, be aware of your successes. Focus on things that you have succeeded in rather than your failures. Yes, you will fail, but as long as you're learning from those failures, you can use it as a stepping stone to success. And I can say without fail that every person that I deem to be successful, their answer is almost identical. They always tell me that unless they've failed in their day, it doesn't feel like they are actually succeeding. You've got to be able to take those knocks, but choose to be positive. Boost yourself up. Focus on the things that are going well, just to give yourself that positive mindset. And then you can tackle the failures a lot more easily. So go out there, choose to be positive, choose to focus on your successes this morning, and spread a bit of that positivity around with you, because it's a great way to help other people as well. And if you want that positive energy around you, spread it out, it'll come back to you. So we're feeling positive because you're here with us this morning. So thank you so much for that. All the fun and games will kick off in just a moment, but let's kick off our official duties with the news headlines.
And here are those news headlines this morning. The AmaZulu King has urged government to seek guidance and engage traditional leaders in solving the country's problems and to strengthen relations with the rest of the world in light of recent attacks on foreign nationals. Now, after a ceremony and an official unveiling yesterday on Heritage Day, Kaisergracht Street in Cape Town's District 6 is now known as Hanover Street again. And a few kilometers from there, the Boerkaap welcomed the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Taking a look at international headlines this morning, 8 infants died in a fire in a hospital in Algeria's El Oud early yesterday. Now, more than 70 people, including 11 infants, 37 women and 25 hospital workers were rescued. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson's decision to suspend Parliament for 5 weeks was unlawful, the Supreme Court ruled yesterday. Judges said it was wrong to stop MPs carrying out duties in the run-up to the Brexit deadline on the 31st of October. And finally, with the welcome September break in full swing at present, most teenagers are probably still asleep and will be so far for the next couple of hours as well. And that's good, because after researching the links between sleep and overall health, scientists have discovered that sleep-deprived teens are prone to risky, careless behavior, and their cognitive function may be affected too. And are school bells ringing too early in the morning? That's the question. The answer is, well, yes. According to Marie Pierre, St. Onge, Associate Professor of Nutritional Medicine at Columbia University in New York and leading researcher on the links between sleep and overall health. She says it would be good for parents to pressure their communities to delay the start of school as late as comfortably can be. Wow, think about that. Imagine school starting at, say, 10 o'clock. What a wonderful world. Well, with that, let's take a look at the sport headlines.
Delving into our sporting headlines this morning, of course, only one fixture in the Rugby World Cup action yesterday. Samoa scoring 3 tries in the space of just 8 minutes at the start of the second half to claim a 34-9 win over Russia. That was in their Rugby World Cup Pool A clash at the Komagaya Rugby Stadium yesterday. In football, midweek PSL action saw Kaizer Chiefs go back to the top of the table. That was after leaving it pretty late to beat AmaZulu 2-0 at the King Zwelithini Stadium yesterday. Then staying with football, just one day after winning the FIFA award for men's best footballer of the year, Lionel Messi suffered an apparent groin injury in Barcelona's 2-1 Spanish La Liga victory over Villarreal at the Camp Nou last night. And then throwing forward to our Rugby World Cup action, Uruguay kick off their Rugby World Cup campaign against Fiji at 7:15 this morning. The match will be taking place at the Kamaishi Recovery Memorial Stadium in Japan. Fiji will be desperately looking for that win after losing 39-21 to Australia in their opener, but they did show a lot of positivity in that encounter. That's where we leave our sport for now.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Thank you very much, G-Man. Let's take a more comprehensive look at your weather across the country. But first, we take a look at those beautiful sunrise pictures. Thank you so much, Gary Oakham, for sending in your picture from East London, where plenty of sunshine can be expected with clear skies and a northeasterly breeze, reaching that maximum of 19 degrees. Also in Tokozo, Makatini sent us his sunrise from Johannesburg, where partly sunny conditions can be expected with a southeasterly breeze and chilly temperatures towards the evening, reaching a maximum of 20 degrees. Thank you for that. You can be just like them by getting your picture through to us on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3 with the hashtag Expresso Show. And now we take a look at those temperatures across the country, starting off in Polokwane, a low of 3 today, reaching a high of 20 degrees. With Mbombela coming through with that high humidity, 6, that's your low, reaching a high of 21. Sunny Pretoria, 4, that's your low, reaching a high of 22, with Johannesburg starting off at 3, peaking at 20 degrees. It's a cold start to the morning for Mahikeng with 2, reaching a high of 19. At Klerksdorp coming through with 4, reaching that maximum of 24 degrees today. If you're out in Kimberley, it's nice and sunny, starting off at 7, reaching a high of 27, or rather 26, with the lowest temperatures in the country. That's Bloemfontein, 1, reaching a high of 24 degrees. A northwesterly wind is expected, traveling at 37 kilometers per hour. That's for Richards Bay, a low of 12, reaching highs of 19 degrees. Pietermaritzburg, 4 and 18, with South Africa's playground, Durban, 12 and 20. Mthatha, your temperatures today, 2, that's your low, reaching a high of 19, with East London at 12 and 19. High humidity once again for Craddock today, 3, reaching a high of 23 degrees, with sunny Port Elizabeth starting off at 12, reaching that high of 20. If you're out in George, it's 13 and 21 for you today. A northeasterly wind is expected, traveling at 32 kilometers per hour. That's for Sutherland, 10, that's your low, reaching a high of 23. And the mother city, Cape Town, 14, starts off there, reaching those highs of 26, with Worcester at 14, reaching a high of 29, and it's the highest temperatures once again in the country. For Springbok, it's 18, reaching a high of 30 today. Uppington pulling through at 15 and reaching that high of 31 degrees. That's where we leave it for now. The next report will be in just over half an hour. Let's make it a feel-good day.
That certainly will be when a cup of 100% Arabica bean ground coffee comes your way from Sis Princess. Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Unjani? All good, all good. Yeah, just a cup of your best grind will do to get me up this
Princess,
morning.
do you love it when you see my face, when I see you, and I just like light up like that? I can see it in her eyes. Yes. She knows how desperately I actually lead her presence on the set. So that's quite a thing, man. I don't know what that says about me.
But it's going to be a wonderful day. Don't worry. We're going to pull through. It's going to be a wonderful Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah.
I'm already
it is a short week, but it's not quite there yet. But yeah.
Because tomorrow the presenter search team is taking over. And today we've got a little bit of a mini takeover with 3 of the presenters that are going to be here telling us about their journey.
It's nice because they get to kind of, experience what the vibe is like on our set, but we get to kind of connect with them outside of that intense, because it is intense now. Top 8, the challenges are hectic, the pressure's on, it's full on. So I quite like the fact that we get to kind of allow them to step outside of that, but they also get a sense of what it's like to do what they're going to do, hopefully, for the lucky 2. So we'll be introducing the 3 that are
there they are. Hello, guys. Looking good, feeling good?
So handsome.
Excellent, excellent. Well, listen, we're going to take a short break. We'll see you on the other side.
A taste loved by those who have tried it. McAfee, great coffee, simple. See you after the break.
Hi, my name is Kesabia, and I pretend to be other people for a living. Come find your smooth fame and fortune on Tropical Island of Treasure Carousel. I'm an Aquarius, I love water. Like, I'm excited to be there. I love the ocean, so I'm super, super, super stoked. Apparently, there's going to be a lot of bathing costumes and bathing suits and activities and Tropica. I actually stayed in an island for 3 months, and that was super dope. So I'm super, super, super stoked to be going to another island. What I'm looking for in the perfect partner is someone who compliments me in every sense of the word. I need someone who's level-headed, patient, witty, strong, physical. Are you the one? To join me on the island, all you have to do is buy a bottle of Tropica, follow the entry details, upload a video of yourself telling me why you'd be my ideal partner. Upload it on social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Hashtag TIOT9. And you could join me in paradise and find smooth fame and fortune.
Hot series.
Yeah. Nah, dude.
Yo, you're gonna have to get. How do you say it?
What is this?
Michiel, Michael, Michael Karelsa, Dane Jacobs, and Mariti. Hey, Mariti Pinar.
This is entertainment. The world of entertainment.
How's it going, guys? Thank you, thank you. This, you will learn the power of the white T-shirt when you do pre-records, because they can't source stuff longer than like a week in advance. So if you do pre-records, you do it in a white T-shirt, and then when the pre-record actually comes, then you put a jacket on it. And I've been doing a lot of pre-records, so all I've been wearing lately is a white T-shirt, blue jeans, with a jacket.
Why are you doing pre-records? Are you busy?
No, it's not my choice. No, it just happens that way.
Oh, all right.
A certain client. Yes.
What's the other person?
You don't want to try.
No, fuck that. Why don't I try beds?
It's fine. BFF, that works.
I mean, I butcher most things in the show, but you try. You got to try.
Yes,
You got to
please.
try. That's the key thing.
The effort.
That bitch is blind, so
Don't worry, I feel you, dude.
you can't see.
I'm the same. I'm like,
grandma's
and
like,
especially with the
I'm 5 years
yeah,
old.
I'm like really old. So, but especially with when the auto cue is lined up with all the white lights. I don't even know what room I'm in. I'm like, come on. Because I have to put eye drops in, otherwise your eyes are so, and then and even the eye drops that come with contact lenses don't.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Bring it in now. Be not ill, now. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on SABC3. Look at you, Tubbsy, in those shorts.
Laying for
In
that
that
God on him. What's today, Wednesday? Wednesday morning.
Wowzers, you certainly... Yeah, you always get excited when it's a hump day.
I do.
And maybe there's an even bigger reason for you to be excited.
Tell me more.
Because Jenna Dewan has announced that she's pregnant. with her boyfriend, Stevie KZ.
I love it.
What? Yes.
The best news for
Because
my
we all
life.
know, Tubbsy, how you get so invested in the love lives of your favorite celebrities. So when they break up, it's like a personal loss to you. I understand. You know, you're a big fan. And I know how you felt when Chris Pratt and Anna Faris broke up, when Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth called it quits, when Channing Tatum and Jenna called it quits. You were distraught, as if you were getting divorced.
I
Tubbsy.
fell apart.
I understand how
Yeah.
it hit you. And I know that you also get very, very invested when it comes to observing how, you know, they've moved on in life. And it's amazing because Channing and Jenna moved on very quickly. They got booed up again very quickly. In fact, in October, they announced already that they were dating other people when they just split up in April. And it was shocking news to you.
Broke my heart.
I mean, how? How?
I'm not
But we're
coping.
happy for them.
I'm still battling today.
But we're happy for them, okay? So Channing Tatum is dating British singer Jessie J, and they've been giving you, I know they've been giving you hashtag couple goals.
Just me, not
just
you?
look at that.
Not
They're
you. You're not
giving
looking
you
at
couples
that?
goals
Are you not looking
with
at that and thinking-
Channing, listen to this. Channing actually moved to England to live with Jessie. That's
Isn't that the sort of thing that
I mean,
makes you
that
cry
is
because you just love
That
it?
is
you
you.
love this sort of thing. You love it.
Jessie J, in fact, performed a sweet new untitled love song, apparently, this last week about Channing in West Hollywood. She did so on Monday night, reading the lyrics off of her phone, not because she didn't know the lyrics or forgot them. It just like, it's super sweet when you like sing a love song to somebody and then you read the lyrics off your phone.
She wrote it 2 minutes before stepping on stage.
Which is what inspiration does, what love does. And even bigger and unexpected news, on the other hand, is that, as I said earlier on, Jenna has reported yesterday, or given us news that she is in fact expecting a baby with her boyfriend, Steve KZ. This will be the 43-year-old old actor's first child and Jenna's second, as she shares a 6-year-old daughter, Everly, with Channing Tatum. And regarding the pregnancy, look at them, they are glowing.
Couple
they
goals,
are
once again.
stunning. And regarding the pregnancy announcement, Jenna told People magazine that we are beyond overjoyed and couldn't be happier to be expanding our family. And it seems that, you know, there is life and love
After any
heartbreak.
breakup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we wish all the best for all of the happy couples going forward.
Yeah.
You know, if you had a look at them though, oh, Jenna and Jessie J look slightly similar.
Like twin sisters, basically.
You know what I mean? So do you think is that Channing's kind of, even like down
That's
to
his
the
vibe.
eyes?
He probably forces them to get these
The eyes.
haircuts as well.
Askis?
He probably makes them get these hairstyles. He literally forces them.
I forgot how invested you are in these people's lives. That's how you know this.
Man, Kat earlier on was basically tearing up looking at the picture of hashtag couple goals. And for him to come here, sit here, and act like he doesn't care about any of this is actually shocking to me. But that happens. This is Kat. Such is Kat. Such is the life of Kat Factor. The Factor of Kat.
Catch the next installment of Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition, tonight on SABC 3 as the finalists take on their second challenge. Presenting to camera is one thing, but with elimination looming, can the contestants keep the audience engaged while stepping out of their comfort zone? That's Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition, Wednesday evenings at 7:30 only on SABC 3, with a repeat on Saturdays at 1. The stage is yours. Own it.
All right, so now that we have established that Channing Tatum has a type, let's move on to our type of presenters, the two that could possibly be joining our show, but there are 8 at the moment fighting it out. We've been experiencing a truly exhilarating ride on Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition. 2 eliminations under the belt, pretty intense stuff. Then the surprise return of our viewers' choice contestants, and of course the contestants' first major challenge, which was quite interesting. But I think they all rose to that challenge. And tonight's episode featuring a second challenge of active presenting, which is all a part of the job. We know this.
As opposed to...
You know, passive. Don't be passive when you're presenting. So ahead of the takeover tomorrow, and they must be nervous because it gets real 3 hours of live TV tomorrow. There's still obviously a lot of excitement ahead of tonight's episode, 7:30 live right here on 3. But joining us right now to share more on what this journey, an incredible journey, I'm sure, has been like. We have got some of the contestants with us, Mqadisi, Sindane, Jared Ricketts, and Nathaniel Davids. Give them a big warm...
Here we go. Gentlemen, welcome. Welcome.
Good morning.
It must feel really, really good right now to be where you are.
It's good, but it's stressful.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the stressful type of.
What's stressful about it?
yeah.
I mean, it's a competition, Graham. I mean, live television, it's a reality television show. All of South Africa gets to watch this.
Yeah.
It's stressful.
Tell me about that first challenge that you all were part of, the celebrity wake-up challenge, as it were. So getting to interact with a celebrity firsthand as an interviewer. How was that?
Well, you know, imagine interviewing somebody in the morning.
Okay,
An
yeah.
ordinary person.
Yes, yes.
Grumpy, you know, you might feel like, you know, you know, but now it's a celebrity.
Every day, man.
Now it's a celebrity. It's different because you're like starstruck. You're like, oh my goodness, I like this
Who was your
person.
celeb?
So I had Lady Zamar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. But she's great all round every day.
She's very chilled, very
Yeah.
nice. So, cool, Jared, how did you feel?
So I had Nadia Jafta and she was amazing. I had such a good time with her.
Nice
She's
segue.
wonderful. She is. She's gorgeous.
No, she's really gorgeous.
Hey, man.
Nathaniel.
Easy,
I
buddy.
had
You know
to-
Tropic
I had
Island
to
of
be
Treasure
focused there.
entries are still open, right?
Hey man, hey, listen here.
And
I
there's
won't
no
mind.
disclaimer. eh?
Which flavor is it? Which flavor?
She's Team Cool Ray.
Oh, okay, cool. No, I'll there's a shop
your
around the
bottle.
corner, right?
Get your bottle.
There's a shop around the corner. We'll sort that out. We'll sort that out.
Nathaniel risking it all since 2 seconds ago. So how was your experience with her? You loved it. She was bubbly and she really
She's a great person, and I
Yeah.
think she also made me feel really comfortable. You
Yeah.
know, she invited me into her space. She's busy working. You feel like you're invading,
Cool.
but at the same time, you've got a job to do.
Yeah.
And you've got to build the synergy, and you've got to make it look good on camera.
Absolutely.
And the director's there, the camera's there, and you're trying to not lose the questions you've been wanting to ask, and you also get thrown into the deep end with some things because you're responding to her reactions.
So everything changes once they open their mouth.
Yeah.
Nathaniel, who did you have?
I had Gert Johan Kutsia.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, fashionista par excellence.
Yeah, and that's just his hair.
And he's cool, man. He's a great guy.
Having a bob and cat.
I needed that because I imagined the hairdo. You know
Yes,
what I
no.
mean?
Gone though, isn't it?
No, it's still there.
Oh, okay.
You don't get rid of that. Never days. Listen here, no, Gert is an amazing guy. I found out that he's very into the peaceful, calm nature and into crystals and all that kind of stuff. His house looked like 5 different countries as well. I mean, his kitchen was one country. Oprah was there as well. Beyonce's father was there. So, no, I enjoyed it personally. Outside of the competition, I was just like, personally, this is very nice, and I know where he lives also. So, we buddies now. Ons is vriende.
But that's the joy of it, is you get to connect with these new people every single day.
Yeah.
Making connections. Obviously, you guys have been all thrown in this journey together.
Yeah.
How hectic is it to have to watch people go in the elimination now?
That was rough, ne?
It was. I mean, I made friends with the twins. So when we had our makeover, like, they were part of the first people that I met, and we were friends. And then when I had to watch them go, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
My heart. But also, like, this is war.
And then you're like, yay.
Got it dirt, man.
This is,
Yay.
I like
one less person to
There's
see.
no, 2 less because of the package.
He gets weird on WhatsApp as well.
Really?
Because we have a WhatsApp group, and it's like this one's
that's
left. That
Oh, do
dangerous.
they then leave?
Yeah.
Wait, do they leave or does the admin boot them out?
You just leave.
No, can I tell you? They were admin.
I don't know.
They
They
were
were
admin.
But is it an
Yeah.
unwritten
Who's
rule?
admin of the
No,
group?
we kind of discussed it. I said, yo, guys, listen here. Just let's be real with each other. It is what it is. And if you do leave, then, you know, just do the nice thing.
Be graceful
Make,
about it.
make
just
someone
be
else
like-
admin and he's like, just
Yeah,
bye.
everyone's
Don't
so
even say
awkward.
goodbye.
But as you said,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
building friendships here at the same time, and it's hard because we have the same dream. We all want to succeed.
Yeah.
And when you see someone losing the opportunity to take it forward, it's exciting for us, but it's sad just to watch someone's heartbreak.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
I was
right.
wondering now, while looking at some of the pictures of you guys presenting and enjoying yourselves, you know that whole expectation versus reality juxtaposition. Has there been moments like that for you where in this entire presenting thing you expected this, but the reality is actually quite different?
That happens on the live TV show. So
yeah?
you in your mind, you prep this conversation, or you did the whole episode with the celebrity or whatever you did, and then you think, okay, you know what, I killed it because, you know, the producer said this and that, and the director said that and that on the day, and then you rock up here, you stand there, and then the 3 judges hit you with the pa, pa, pa!
Oh, wow.
And then you're just like, oh, okay, I guess I didn't do well. Okay, that's, you know, and so that's what you go through, and then you gotta smile because it's South Africa's looking
Take it
at
on the
you.
chin. Oh, wait, if you think the judges are off, just wait till the viewers get hold of you, man.
Oh,
It gets real
But
very
it's
quickly.
kind of like standing up on stage and bombing, you know? So it's just 3 people. I'm used to like more than that, if that's gonna happen, you know?
And then you drop your punchline, and then everyone's like,
No.
yeah.
Not the one.
Yeah.
oh man,
And you
listen,
can all
it's-
be proud.
Yeah, it's great to have you guys here, and good luck on the remainder of the journey, because there are now 6 more weeks on this journey to finding out who will take those 2 coveted presenting spots right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. So share in the excitement of the process by tuning in to Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition tonight at 7:30 p.m. Of course, there's repeats you can see on Saturdays at 1 p.m. right here on SABC 3, where the stage is ours.
H guy.
Own it.
Okay, sorry. Yours. We're going to go to a break. They need to rehearse that line.
Own it.
See the world on your doorstep with SA Tourism. Short left and travel starts week of awesomely affordable packages to destinations around South Africa. From September 23rd to 29th on travelstar.co.za, the country, ocean, cities and hidden gems are all in reach with super discounted flights and accommodation. No visas, no stopovers or foreign exchange. Just glorious South African getaways you can experience this Heritage Month for Travel Week.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beautiful souls. Thank you so much for tuning in. You're live with Expresso. We're going to inspire you even more right now. Having your children participate in sports is an excellent activity, and it provides more than just the physical benefits. This has been proven. Sport helps children to develop emotionally, mentally, boosts essential skills like their self-esteem and confidence. It's a beautiful thing, and one such sports academy that helps children develop in this way is the Franschhoek Sevens Rugby Academy, and we're going to chat to Savannah and Marite from the management team and find out just how much they love the sport from two of the star players from their junior team. It's Miguel and Dane. Can we give them a very warm Expresso welcome, please? We went quite sporty there.
Yeah.
Oof, yeah, man. Savannah, I'm going to start with you. First of all, guys, welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Looks really, really cool. This is awesome to me. I'm constantly confronted by the awesome developmental power of sports. Having played sports, it's given me some of the most amazing moments of my life.
Yeah.
When you apply it in this way, it's truly remarkable. How did you guys come about? What prompted the start of the academy?
So the academy started within Calyx Sport. So the director of Calyx Sport is actually also the co-founder of Living Legends, which is an MPO.
Yeah.
So within Calyx, we're always looking for opportunities as well to develop the community further. And that's where Marite came in, and she actually is the co-founder as well of the Franschhoek Sevens Academy. And why it's Franschhoek is because it started in Franschhoek. And Marite could tell you a bit more about the academy itself. So the academy is a sevens development academy. So we've got our private sector of the academy, and then we've got our development players like Miguel and Dane here. And they were identified through a talent search. And so the idea of it now is to basically we've initiated an adopt a player initiative, which is where any individual or corporate could actually adopt them and fund them for the year to continue their development in the academy.
And those of us with delusions of grandeur get to live vicariously through them as they go and achieve amazing things. Sevens is a great access point to rugby in general, but it's that being in a team environment, being able to have the opportunity to excel in that way. What do the players, the youngsters, get out of this, Marite? What do you feel? Because I can feel the emotional connection just sitting here. What do you think they get out of the experience?
Well, I think to start off with, the fact that I have a bit of experience in sevens, playing sevens myself, helps a bit with my passion and the fact that we started this. And I think you put more emotion into it when you're actually with them at the training field, and you actually go with them on tours, and you put the miles in, you drive to Ceres, you drive to Darling, and you actually play there, and you see that they enjoy it. And I think the fact that it takes them out of their comfort zone sometimes, that's challenges that they might not get when they're in their comfort zone. And I think they could literally tell you a lot of stories, and the fact that they grow in this academy, and that it means a lot to them. So from my perspective, I think it's life-changing, and the fact that we have great people on board makes it so much easier just to pull this thing through for the next couple of years.
It's a winning formula, and hopefully it's going to bear fruit at the very highest level. But the most important thing is having these young guys playing some good rugby. Miguel, what do you get out of it, buddy? How do you feel about playing sevens rugby? How cool is it?
I feel wonderful. It's like a dream come true. It's my dream. I always wanted to play rugby, and it's like when I met Coach, I didn't know my dream will come true. Thank you.
Oh, man. Well said, buddy. Dane, are you going to be a Springbok one day? Are you going to be a Blitzbok one day, do you think?
Yep. Because I like everything at the academy and what they do for me. I really appreciate the privilege that I get.
Are you good?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Of course.
Miguel, are you good? Are you really good?
Yes.
Yes, I love it. It's absolute self-belief. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for what you're pumping back into, yes, the community, but I think it's sending that broader message to corporates that there is a way that they can channel their funding, because there is funding out there into not only developing the sport, which is key, but also just helping to develop young people, which is the most important thing. So may this bear fruit for many, many years to come. Absolutely. And we're going to give you a sense of the clear now, Kat. I can feel a vibe. I can feel an energy coming from the side of the studio, bro.
Oh, man, the energy is bubbling under, and you certainly can feel it. We're going to get Dane and Miguel to come and join the rest of the team here, because they're about to show us the Franschhoek Sevens Academy team spirit. They've got a war cry prepared. Yeah. Take it away, boys.
We sauce Franschhoek. We sauce Franschhoek. We sauce Franschhoek. Moody poefati poefati honor. Moody poefati poefati honor. Moody poefati poefati honor. Tel hem op, gooi hem, plant hem. Tel hem op, gooi hem, plant hem. Tel hem op, gooi hem, plant hem. Ahoe, ah!
Yeah, come on, give it up. En dan komen hulle by mekaar en sê hulle, manne.
1, 2, 3. Franschhoek, yes!
There we go. That's the team spirit right there. All right, boys, that's amazing. I need you to teach me what you've just done now, so that I can also feel like I'm part of the team. Can you teach me?
Yep.
Ja? So waar staan ek in die formasie? Kan ek maar hier staan?
Ja.
Okay, goed. Dan kyk ons vir die kamera. En dan wat sê julle?
We sauce Franschhoek. We sauce Franschhoek. We sauce Franschhoek. Moody poefati poefati honor. Moody poefati poefati honor. Moody poefati poefati honor. Tel hem op, gooi hem, plant hem. Tel hem op, gooi hem, plant hem. Tel hem op, gooi hem, plant hem. Ahoe, ah!
Dan kom ons by mekaar en sê ons.
Yes, man. 3, 2, 1. Franschhoek!
Cool TV, huh? Check this out. TV. Play light jazz. Dim the lights. Stream fireplace.
TV. Kill fireplace.
Every day, brave young kids around our country fight their own private battle against cancer. To show them that other kids and families have got their back, a portion of the proceeds from every NutriKids product sold will go to secure the next Clover NutriKids Choc Home in Port Elizabeth. A support base where children undergoing treatment and their families are accommodated, supported, and given a fighting chance against cancer.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you. Hey, welcome back to it. Happy
Throw
birthday.
the confetti.
Oh yes, throw it all over the place. Welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso live right here on SABC3. That tune gets us all very excited because every single morning around this time we get to celebrate your birthdays at home.
And Wednesday, the 25th of September, is your
day.
birthday. Happy 53rd birthday to teacher Helen. Look at this beautiful picture that we got of teacher Helen. There she is. The message reads, may God bless you with many more years still to come. Have a fantastic day. I love you. So this must be from one of the learners. That's wonderful. So teacher Helen, you are very much loved by your learners. And then we'd also like to wish Dr. Mrichika and Dr. Asher a happy birthday. Love from Vinay, Charmaine, and Yutika. Happy birthday,
doctors. And we've got another one here. Here's a message that says, I just could not have asked God for a better gift than you. I feel so proud looking at you grown into such a fine young lady. This is for Rogine or Rogene. I promise to be your guardian angel and to always stand by your side, no matter how old you are. You will always be my baby. Happy birthday, Rogine or Rogene. We love you so much. This is from Mummy, Wakil, and family. Happy birthday, pretty girl. And here's another one. This one is for Markeen Adams. It says, happy 8th birthday to Markeen Adams. May you keep growing beautiful. We love you, from Oma Gogos.
Oh, lovely stuff. And then also happy 5th birthday to our Princess Peyton. Even though you're the source of our headaches and always testing our patience to the limit, but you are also our everyday joy and happiness. You are a true blessing in our lives. May God continue blessing and guiding you. Love you, my princess. This is from Mommy, Daddy, Mason, and Kylie. Very much loved.
Peyton, the princess of headaches.
And then also happy 25th birthday to my amazing and beautiful Auntie Karen. Thank you for everything that you've been doing for us. We hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. May you be spoiled rotten. We love you. This is from Jaden, Auntie Rosie, and Uncle Adam.
And here's one for Ravanique Jansen. It says, we wish Ravanique a happiest of birthdays to this beautiful and intelligent young girl. May your day be filled with love, laughter, and joy. We love you. This is from Kaslin, Luzanne, Ethel, Rita, Mummy, Rita, and Bashira. Happy birthday. Here's one for Yusra Jacobs. Happy birthday, Yusra Jacobs. May you be blessed with health, wealth, happiness, and all the good things. We love you always. This is from your whole family. Happy birthday.
And then let's light up the candles and celebrate this special day of your life. Sinazo Mapasa, happy 25th birthday. So this is a birthday wish to you from your loved ones. And then also happy birthday to Bobo King Talakoshi. May God bless you with every gift that he has for you. Be strong and healthy, knowing the ways of the Lord. I love you. This is from Punkuza.
Oh, happy birthday. And Sonia celebrates her 50th birthday today. It's a big one. And the message says, may you be showered with everything good that your heart desires from all your April's cousins. Happy birthday, Sonia. Happy 50th.
And if it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. Of course, remember to send us those dedications. Record a 15-second little video of yourself singing happy birthday to that special person. We'd love to play it to the nation. Send it to 0716406551. And if you'd like to send a message along with those pictures, send them through to birthdays@cardova.tv. And if it is indeed your birthday on this, the 25th of September,
happy birthday.
Clover Classic Custard, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
Made with love by Clover, and this morning by us. Today we're making, how does this sound, buddy?
What?
Some delicious crepes, and we're filling them with Clover classic custard, smooth, creamy, and totally delicious. A custard that is the perfect filling for any really dessert, but I think they make the perfect accompaniment for our crepes, which we are going to do with some chocolate spread and banana.
Lovely. We make a crepe.
Now we make a crepe.
Is it a French thing?
It must be. It
Yes.
must be.
So it's a crepe.
It's a pancake, basically. And look, I struggle to make pancakes, but I love eating them. So this is something I've got to kind of get past this myself.
The batter is the problem.
Well, this is the thing. It seems really easy.
Yeah.
Let us see. We're going to put ourselves to the test. So I'm going to whip the batter up. Okay, we've got a pan kind of on low heat there. You don't want it to be too hot. That's one of the things I have.
Yeah.
So we're going to start. We've got our flour in here. I'm going to put just a little pinch of salt.
Look at that.
As we always do, you've got to have the salt. So we're going to bang in 2 eggs.
Okay.
We've got, looks like around 100, no, I know it's 150 ml.
So precise.
We've got our Clover fresh full cream milk going in there. And then we're going to add just 50 ml of our classic, actually, to the batter.
Okay,
so you're having continuity right the way through.
Get the...
and this is just...
improve the taste of the pancake
look at
itself.
That. Gloop, gloop, the gloopiness of the deliciousness. But what you want here, Nicole, our food stylist, was telling me, is you want a nice, wet batter. Why? Because it's going to have to run into the pan. You want to be able to spread it out nice and thin.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to...
Well, that would have been very genius if it worked the way that you wanted it to work.
What do you mean?
You tried to put the whisk inside that...
I was just like getting the last little drop.
And it just was not agreeing.
It's spongy, it's going to expand. But that's looking pretty good already. I like the fact that we've got our kind of vanilla flavoring all the way through there.
And while you do that, of course, we know that Clover Classic Custard has a unique recipe, and it's a beautiful source of vitamins A, B2, and D as well. So not only are you getting the deliciousness, the creaminess, the taste that takes you back, it's also got the lovely nutrition that you need in there as well. So you can look out for it in these nice-to-use, nicely friendly, usable boxes that you'll find in your nearest store.
Just bear in mind, if you can drink it straight out of the
you can also do that
gloopy,
if you're really thirsty.
I don't want too many lumps in there, you know what I'm saying? So
I like the precision that you are putting into this, because at the end of the day, like I said, we don't want any lumps, we want our batter to be
you've got to put in the hard
nice.
yards, because that's, I think, the difficult part, and I'm going to put you to the test there. Okay, so what you're going to do...
put me to the test.
I know you can.
Get the butter in there.
I know you can do
more
this.
Butter, more better.
The butter is going to complement the flavor. I reckon when you're making something sweet, you want to be doing it in butter and not an oil, but you could use oil.
You know what?
And make sure that butter's spread all over. Lubricate.
Don't you worry about it.
My all over.
My greasing skills are just on another level, bro. Just kava, bona. Not even looking. What are you talking about? There it is.
Okay, that's looking perfect, buddy. Well done.
Good.
And the keyword here is Clover to 33728. If you like to create this at home, yeah, it's looking nice and smooth. It's actually looking really good. I'm surprising myself already.
See, now the secret to that pancake
in your vast experience,
that you're going to be, is you got to take it from the center. Then you allow it to kind of just live its best life.
Remember, and oscillate that pan, eh? Get
exactly,
it nice
exactly.
and spread. That's a beautiful round.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Then, as you said, oscillation is the main ingredient here. Don't worry.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing.
Don't worry.
I'm laughing with
Not you worry. Then you got to check it out, because then once it starts bubbling on top,
then
that's when you know.
Then it's
this
game.
is the moment. But don't rush that moment.
Okay, so we're making. You can make them as thin or as thick as you choose. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with our filling here very, very quickly.
You go ahead.
So we're taking a chocolate spread.
I'll just be.
You just give it love, okay?
Putting an eye on this.
Kat made these ones himself, a whole part of them earlier, perfectly as well.
Yeah.
So I'm putting some chocolate spread in the middle.
Sometimes you really got to just stare your pancake down, just to see who chickens out, just like...
And then what we're doing, I know you can roll your crepe, but I'm doing this quite creatively. We're just going to fold in our sides like so, just to create a beautiful little parcel of joy and love.
You're getting the...
And we're going to pop a couple of pieces of banana.
You're missing my lesson here in pancake making.
I'm feeling it.
See, now it's moving in... Oh, look at that. Now, oh my gosh. This is just, it's an art. It really is an art.
Then we sprinkle just a little bit of our gloopy Clover custard on top, and there we have our beautiful chocolate-filled and banana crepe. But we're going to take you through exactly how we arrived at that, not this, with a bit of a recap.
Is key.
How's it going there, bud?
You've really just got to be patient with it, especially that first one. You don't want to ruin it.
Enjoy a taste of yesteryear with these delectable and creamy Clover classic custard crepes. Add a pinch of salt to 110 grams of cake flour and mix together to make a well in the center. Next, crack in 2 fresh eggs, 150 ml of Clover full cream fresh milk, 50 ml of Clover classic custard, and whisk until batter is lump-free and smooth. To make the crepes, add a ladle full of batter into a hot greased pan and cook until golden brown on both sides. Spread your favorite chocolate spread onto the crepe, fold in the sides, and finish off with your favorite fresh fruit and serve with Clover classic custard. Sweet, creamy, and chocolatey, this is a brilliant little dessert for your next dinner party.
Made with love by Clover.
Listen. So whether you want it as a
my
crumpet,
word.
whether you want it as a pancakey crepe, the key thing
You
here...
can make it crepe crumpet.
Crepe crumpet.
A crepe.
The key thing is do it with love, do it with rigor, do it with enthusiasm, and talk to it. Clearly. Talk to it. as much
This,
as
my friend,
possible.
is the most perfectly cooked crumpet I've ever seen. I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's lovely, and I'm sure it's going to taste amazing, buddy. The key word is Clover to 33728 if you want to be on your way to creating these beautiful banana, chocolate, and classic Clover custard-filled crepes.
That is just extraordinary. Look at that. Oh my word. Now it's just turning all kinds of beautiful colors. Look at that. It's like a scrambled egg, really.
It's like a
omelette.
It's like the roti.
It's beautiful.
It is.
I'm getting emotional.
Are you stroking your crumpet?
I'm just, gosh.
Clover Classic Custard, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
Oh man, this is like that time Channing Tatum and Jenna gave us the news, and then Tubbsy got so emotional, and now he's standing on the sidelines. I'm not sure.
How's it, Bits? What are you guys tuning?
Hey,
Bits?
brother. Hey, Butts.
What are you guys
We made you a crumpet.
My Rosh Hashanah.
Is that your Rosh Hashanah?
Like if I lived before.
That's absolutely terrible.
What are we making, guys?
We made a crepe, okay.
Okay, but what's
and a crumpet.
that?
It's a crumpet, okay.
Oh, cat. Honestly, try again. Try harder next time. Come on.
Buddy,
how dare you just my
bring your baggage from your wrist. Don't bring your stokbroekie baggage into this kitchen, buddy.
Okay, well, let's get into this.
So, yeah, I know. Look how beautiful that is, man. I made that myself,
grab a
eh?
fork? Okay.
No, this is your fork, dude.
All right, let's get in there.
And a
Okay,
spoon.
no knives around
No,
here.
buddy, just get in there. I would say even... No, you've got to take with the chocolate and the thing, man.
Let me show you, Tabiso.
When you can't show me anything,
Because-
please show yourself how to make
Because
a
of
crumpet nicely.
your culinarily
Get in there.
uneducated behind, you're out here dissing my cooking, and you don't understand the level of
That's
mastery
amazing.
that
This is
goes
so
into
good.
making something as perfectly cooked as this. Look at this. Look at that.
First
You
of
know,
all,
you know what they call that? They call
let
it
me
a
see.
cross section.
Wait,
So if
wait,
you
wait.
look across it,
Wait.
what are you
Wait
doing?
nicely.
What are you
Have
doing?
a look at the sea of oil that's coming out.
There's
from
absolutely
your
nothing.
butter. Do you see
Nothing,
all
no,
of that?
nothing.
There's absolutely nothing. You've just ruined my creation.
put
It's
an
okay.
indentation,
Now eat
though.
it.
Now
But this
put
is
some,
really
put
nice.
some
Eat
chocolate
it.
on it.
Well done.
Tabiso.
Graham. Well done. Well done.
Eat it.
Cat.
Eat it.
Try again.
Eat it. There's nothing smoother than winning when you buy Tropica. To enter for Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao, buy any size and your favorite flavor of Tropica in fresh or long life. Find the unique code behind the label or the sticker. Then follow the entry details on the pack and you could win daily prizes of airtime, cash, LG Q60 smartphones, 55-inch LG UHD smart artificial intelligence digital TVs, steam dishwashers, Caribbean tan hampers, or guest watches. That's more than 100,000 prizes. Now for your chance at competing in Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao, record a video audition of yourself describing how you would outsmooth your competition on the island. Then load that video onto Instagram, Twitter or Facebook with hashtag TIOT9 or WhatsApp the video to 063-921-8395 and it could be you winning a share of 1 million rand plus smooth fame and fortune while flying with KLM to the Caribbean for this season of Tropica Island of Treasure Curacao.
Welcome back to it. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso Live, right here on SABC3. It's a hump day. Thank you so much for choosing to wake up with us and joining us on this beautiful Feel Good morning.
Check how you're reveling in Kat's failure in the kitchen.
I'm not. I really am not. I really only
terrible.
want the best for Kat, and I really just think that if he pays a little bit more attention, he can do a little bit better than what he did today. Hey,
I think your crumpet was amazing. I think it was amazing, dude.
Oh, shame, Kat. Listen, you can try again another time. There's always another opportunity. But we've got so much going on here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Makopanela Pineng, they're in the house. We're going to meet them a little bit later on. Right now, Kat, hopefully you do better at the news.
Wow. On that note, let's take a look at the national headlines, shall we? Well, the AmaZulu King has urged government to seek guidance and engage traditional leaders in solving the country's problems and to strengthen relations with the rest of the world in light of the recent attacks on foreign nationals. Now, after a ceremony and official unveiling yesterday on Heritage Day, Kaisergracht Street in Cape Town's District 6 is now known as Hanover Street again. And a few kilometers from there, the Boerkaap welcomed the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. On the international front, 8 infants have unfortunately died in a fire in a hospital in Algeria's Al Oud early yesterday. Now, more than 70 people, including 11 infants, 37 women and 25 hospital workers were rescued. Meanwhile, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson's decision to suspend Parliament for 5 weeks was unlawful, the Supreme Court ruled yesterday. Judges said it was wrong to stop MPs carrying out duties in the run-up to the Brexit deadline on the 31st of October. And finally, some months ago, we reported on an Ethiopian woman who sat her school exams in a hospital bed 30 minutes after giving birth. We can now report that she passed with a mark of 75%. 21-year-old Almaz Derisi says she's happy with her results and she can now continue her secondary school education. The new mother, who dreams of one day becoming an engineer, says she was in pain while writing the papers. Had she not been pregnant or just given birth, she believes she could have achieved higher marks. It is something her husband Tadisi Tulu, a carpenter by trade, agrees with, but he has said he could not be more proud of her achievements. And on that beautiful note, let's take a look right now at the sports headlines with Graham.
Let's pick it up with our Rugby World Cup watch. Samoa scoring 3 tries in the space of just 8 minutes at the start of the second half to claim a 34-9 win over Russia in their Rugby World Cup Pool A clash at the Kumagaya Rugby Stadium yesterday. Then on to football. In our midweek PSL action, we saw Kaizer Chiefs going back to the top of the table. That was after leaving it pretty late to beat AmaZulu 2-0 at the Kings Wellatini Stadium yesterday. Then staying with the beautiful game, just one day after winning the FIFA award for the men's best footballer of the year, Lionel Messi suffered an apparent groin injury in Barcelona's 2-1 Spanish La Liga victory over Villarreal at the Camp Nou last night. We'll expand on all of those headlines as we progress. And of course, if you're looking forward to a little bit of rugby action today, you don't have to wait long. Uruguay kicking off their Rugby World Cup campaign against Fiji at 7:15 this morning. This match will be taking place at the Kamiyashi Recovery Memorial Stadium in Japan. Fiji desperately looking to get that win under the belt after losing 39-21 to Australia in their opener, but showing a lot of promise in the process. But that's where we leave our sport for now.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Let's take a first look at your roads this morning. We start off out in Gauteng in Centurion, where there is a stationary vehicle that's on the N1 southbound. After Samrand Avenue, the emergency lane is blocked, so please keep a lookout for this. In the Western Cape, crossroads on the N2 outbound, there has been a multi-vehicle accident. That's after Borchard's Quarry Road, obstructing the left lane, so please approach with caution. And if you're off to the trains this morning, well, there is an overhead electrical problem between Gouda and Wolseley, impacting the Worcester train service, so please allow for additional travel time. Take it easy on the roads. That's where we leave it for now. The next report will be in just over half an hour. We've asked you to send in your stunning sunrise pictures. Thank you so much to Casey Warhunter for sending us her sunrise picture from Balito, where intervals of cloud and sunshine can be expected today, with morning showers and a southerly wind reaching a maximum of 19 degrees. Fatah Khan also sent us his sunrise from Richards Bay, where partly sunny conditions can be expected today, with cool temperatures reaching a maximum of 19 degrees. Thank you for those. You can get yours through to us on Facebook. It's Expresso Morning Show SABC3, hashtag Expresso show. And now we take a look at those temperatures across the country. Polokwane, your low today is 3 and your high 20 degrees. With high humidity for Mbombela, 6, starting off there, reaching a high of 21. The capital city, Pretoria, you start off at 4, peaking at 22 degrees. Johannesburg, 3, your low, reaching a high of 20. With a cold start to the morning for Mahikeng, 2, your low, reaching that maximum of 19 degrees. If you're out in Klerksdorp, 4, that's your low, reaching highs of 24. And sunny Kimberley starts off at 7 today, reaching a high of 26 degrees. If you're out in Bloemfontein, the lowest temperatures in the country today, 1, that's your low, reaching that maximum of 24 degrees. With a northwesterly wind traveling at 37 kilometers per hour, that's for Richards Bay, 12 and 19, your temperatures. Pietermaritzburg, 4, reaching a high of 18. With Durban at 12, reaching that maximum of 20 degrees. If you're out in Mthatha, your temperatures today, 2, that's your low, reaching a high of 19. With East London, sunny, starting off at 12, reaching a high of 19. And if you're out in Craddock, expect high humidity today, 3, that's your low, reaching a maximum of 23 degrees. With Port Elizabeth, the friendly city, starting off at 12, peaking at 20. George, 13 and 21. With a northeasterly wind traveling at 32 kilometers per hour, that's for you. Sutherland, 10, that's your low, reaching a high of 23. And the mother city, Cape Town, 14, peaking at 26. Worcester, 14, reaching a max of 29. And the highest temperatures in the country, that's for you. Springbok, 18, that's your low, peaking at 30. With Uppington pulling through, 15, your low, reaching a high of 31 degrees today. And that's where we leave it for now. The next report just in over half an hour.
Well, we continue this Wednesday morning with Makopanela Pineng, a cultural group that is based in Jobedina, Klerksdorp, in the Northwest Province, under the banner of Kopano Kimatla Youth Group. And then this is a group of young kids between the ages of 14 and 16 that seek to empower the community and young people within the community through showing them the possibilities of exhibiting their talents. And they recently, as recent as last year, in September of last year, recorded an album, their very first album, Yasetswana, promoting Setswana culture, and that album rather has been nominated for a South African Traditional Music Award. A great achievement indeed for the group. And joining me on the couch right now, Thabiso Mutupi le TK Nzepe to tell us all about Makopanela Pineng. Dumelang bagaetsho le kae? It is so good to have you here. I'm very, very excited for you, for what you have achieved, and for what we're about to see as well. Let's quickly talk about this album, Yalona, that got nominated for a SATMA.
Yes.
And what this nomination means for you as an organization.
It strengthens the group, it strengthens us. It also telling us that we are growing. It means the work that we've been doing is getting to another level. It means we are elevating to another level. It shows that the Setswana traditional music is the core and the investment of the province of Bokoni-Bophirima in South Africa. It's telling us that the music is growing, the industry is expanding.
Yes.
Now the album is on its own. It says it's achievement for the group. It says that the youth, they need to now understanding the traditional music. We need get more people to come and understand because we are achieving as artists that's in the traditional music.
Yeah. And Thabiso, to you being part of the group and being able to not only learn more but teach a whole bunch of people out there about Setswana culture. Why is that so important to you? Why is the heritage of Setswana culture so important to you?
Knowing who you are is important because the future is in your hands. So if you don't know who you are and where you're going, what you're willing to do for the future, we have to know our backgrounds because, as you know, in the Setswana cultures, there's differences. There's Bakwena, there's Bahaka, and all those. Bapo, you see. So you have to know who you are to go forward so that you can teach your kids in the future, so that we don't throw away culture.
Yeah, it is a part of what makes us beautiful, not just as a nation, but individuals and communities all around. All right, so the group is standing by. And they're about to perform a song called Bojale, right? Explain to us what the song is all about.
Okay, Bojale, it's simply some sort of initiation for women. So the track is all about, it's a cry out to women who are throwing away that culture left behind for them.
Okay.
It's an initiation for them to go through to show that now they are now women.
Yes.
So the track is all about crying. Why are you not going?
Yeah, why are you throwing away the culture? Yes. All right, well, here they are. Makopanela Pineng, baropela ka Setswana, pina eo yare Bojale.
boy.
Bon boy!
Discover the new language of travel. Marriott Bonvoy. 30 hotel brands, endless experiences, rewards reimagined.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
So besides, obviously, our family, that new flat-screen smart TV, maybe the couch, the fridge, the washing machine, dryer combo, that's what really makes our house a home. We work incredibly hard to afford these luxuries, and surely we do absolutely everything in our power to protect them. Well, luckily, with the right kind of household content insurance, we can keep our precious assets protected against all odds. And here to shed a little bit of light on the importance of insurance in our homes is Louis Muzangwa from Standard Insurance Limited. Louis, I want to say our previous chats have been pretty heavy. Yeah. I mean, we've covered some pretty intense stuff, which we've needed to do because insurance is so important. Now we're shifting gears. When we look at household content insurance, what is that specifically, and how does that differ from other kinds of insurance in that space?
Okay, so I'll try and give a very simple example of how we normally even try and explain it to almost any layman. So if you flip your house upside down, there are items that are going to fall over. So all those items, we consider them to be contents. There might be a few items that might not fall over. Let's say you've got a TV that is mounted to the wall.
I was going to say, so after spending an hour and a half mounting that guy myself.
That's it. So it's still considered contents, because now you say, what are the items that you would ordinarily take with should you sell your house? So those items that you take with, that's items we consider contents cover. So they're not part of the structure, or they are not permanently fixed. They can always be moved. So those constitute what is called contents cover. So all these items, couches, your clothes, your tables, furniture, your TV, your cell phones, radios, those are called contents.
So maybe the big question here, and maybe it's a simple question at that, why should I have content insurance, and will it cover against theft and damage?
Yes, so you need contents because should you be, unfortunately, be a victim of burglary, they come to steal. They don't come to steal the house. They come to steal what's inside the house, which is the contents, stuff that they can lift or load into a truck and go. That is, so you need that cover for theft. So you would be covered if you've got theft cover. You also have got, because damage can also happen that, let's say your roof, you could have insurance for the house. The roof in itself is blown away. Water comes into the house, and everything, your electrical goods get damaged as well. Then you enjoy that cover. You need the cover. It's good to have, and it gives satisfaction because those are your valuables. Some of these gadgets are actually worth a fortune, you know.
Cell phones, laptops, because these aren't always in the house, but they are the contents of the house. Does household content insurance cover those specifically, and is it only when they're in the house?
So there are different situations. So these are what we call in the insurance all risk items. These are items that sometimes they're in the house, sometimes you take them away from the house. So when you have all risk items of this nature, you need to specify them to say this is what I have, and some of them are really of high value if you look at the kind of gadgets that we have now. So they are covered. If the loss were to happen in the house, they don't necessarily have to be specified because they're already part of the contents. But if you're going to take them away, and let's say you lose your laptop or your cell phone at the airport, so that's an extension of your contents cover.
If I don't have contents insurance at the moment, right now, what should I do?
You should get a quotation and get covered immediately. You should get cover. It makes sense. And what's also important is you should give value to, you should make an effort to try and establish the value of the items that you have. It's only when you move you realize you've got so much items in the house, because if you've accumulated those things over time, you actually don't realize that there's so much items of value that you have. And some, it could be jewelry as well, so which is quite expensive.
Completely, and each one of the things that we have mentioned has either an attachment to our daily operations, they're part of what make our lives easier, but there's also an emotional attachment, and I think that's ultimately where it comes into play, what matters most. You've given me personally now some food for thought, Louis. Thank you so much. Very interesting. I think the overriding lesson here is you've worked incredibly hard to be able to afford these items in your home, so take the next step and protect what actually matters most to you. And to get a quote, we made it pretty easy. You simply SMS insure, the word insure, to 31492, and the team at Standard Bank will get back to you with a personalized quote that matches your lifestyle and your needs. And as a nice little bonus thrown in with that SMS and the quotes, you stand the chance of winning a state-of-the-art Samsung Galaxy S10. Remember that all the terms and conditions do apply, and make sure that if you're going to keep it in your house or use it externally, that you get it insured in the right way once you do win it.
Get an insurance quote and stand a chance to win one of 6 Samsung S10 smartphones. Simply SMS the keyword insure to 31492 for a callback and quote, and you could be a winner.
So, Kat, 'tis the season to be jolly, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la.
Spring is abound all around us. The trees are blooming,
no,
the flowers are cherry.
Not just that, it's tax season.
Yes.
Do you
Also
do your
a season to be jolly. Of course I. What do you mean? Of course I do my taxes. What do you mean do my taxes?
As in, you contribute to tax. You pay.
I am a tax-paying citizen of the country. Indeed. And I issue employment to people so that they can find bread on their table as a result of doing my taxes. Do you?
That flashy car that you drive implies that you evade the tax.
That is the most preposterous thing you've ever said on live TV.
I joke, he pays his taxes, but after the break, Eitan Stern is going to be here. I'm just saying, people might audit you just based on your lifestyle. They look on Instagram and they say,
Lord, whose child are you?
I'm just saying, it can happen.
You need the Lord.
Hi, my name is Kesabia, and I pretend to be other people for a living. Come find your smooth fame and fortune on Tropica Island of Treasure Carousel. To join me on the island, all you have to do is buy a bottle of Tropica, follow the entry details, upload a video of yourself telling me why you'd be my ideal partner. Upload it on social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. #TIOT9. And you could join me in paradise and find smooth fame and fortune.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Wednesday morning. We're live, large and in charge right here on SABC3. As you have surmised from our previous chat just before the ad break, we're delving into very serious matters
first of all, we
right
all
now,
pay our
legally.
tax.
Yes.
Okay.
Just so you know, we really do.
Because it's our responsibility as responsible citizens.
Absolutely. And of course, it is time for our Wednesday feature where we focus on the more unconventional side of the law called So Now What? And we're joined once again by our expert lawyer and director at legalese.co.za, Eitan Stern. And today we're focusing on what your legal rights, recourses and responsibilities are when it comes to filing your income tax returns during the current tax season. And any other tax season past, because you are also eligible to file those tax returns.
And being a responsible citizen, you do.
In fact, for the past 3 years.
SARS never forgets.
And they never sleep on it. 3 years, they can go back into your life. And
they can delve as they are. I mean, this is understandably an emotional thing because we all kind of, it's a grudge. Kind of, you know, it's a necessary evil, I'm going to say it. We all kind of, at some point in our lives, have gone, but why? Why must I give so much of my hard-earned money away?
Yes.
But we want to be responsible citizens. But ultimately, why do we have to pay tax, buddy? Come on, just lay it down. Why?
Why? A great question. Nothing to be ashamed of that question. Why do we pay tax? Well, tax, essentially, we all live in this country and, you know, we pay for our own lifestyle, but the roads are cleaned, the garbage is collected, the electricity stays on a lot of the time, you know, and the country kind of is managed, and the people that pay for the country to be managed are us as the citizens. So we essentially, because we get to live in this country and take advantage of a functioning country, we have to pay our share of that, and we do that through paying taxes. And that is the system in which has let countries and governments run for as far back as anyone can remember.
It's not a choice.
It's not, yeah, it's definitely, it's not a choice. And a lot of people might have objections to paying tax or say we don't get proper service delivery, etc. But the reality is it's still not a choice, and not paying it would just lead to chaos because there would just be no money for the government to be able to.
Maybe if they gave it a different name and they didn't call it tax, I don't know, it would be
investment.
Jolly payments.
Jolly payments. And now everyone's just turned their TVs off and walks out the room, man. Come on.
But when you think about it, it kind of, you know, in the broad base makes sense because you are utilizing the resources of the country, the land, whatever it is, to make your income. So you need to plow back so that that system can continue to give you life, obviously in a perfectly working system. Let's talk about the limit. Because a lot of people are, when it comes to filing their tax returns, are confused about what the new limit is because every year it's revised. The tax threshold, as it's called, right?
Okay, so the one change in the law that there has been is the threshold for filing a return has been moved up to 500,000 Rand a year. Now, that doesn't mean if you earn less than 500,000 Rand a year that you don't need to pay tax. If you earn over roughly 78,000 Rand a year, and you're under the age of 65, then you have to pay tax. Okay. But there's this new limit of 500,000 Rand a year that if you earn under 500,000 Rand a year, you've earned it from one particular employer. So if you've changed jobs or got more than one income stream, it doesn't count. And you've got no deductions. So you're not deducting any medical bills or car allowances or anything. If you meet those three factors, then you don't have to file your return. You still have to pay tax, but you don't have to file your return at the end of the year. SARS gives you an exemption for that. But if you're not filing it, you're not going to be able to claim any refunds or anything like that.
Which means that you would have probably had deductions then to claim, which now means that you now need to file.
Exactly.
Basically. All right. So there's a lot that we need to understand. Of course, this is tax season, not just spring season.
We're not saying this to terrify you.
No,
we want to
jolly
prompt you,
payments.
inspire you to get those jolly payments in. No, but you might be able to, you know, put yourself in line to actually get something back from SARS, and that's what we're going to delve a little deeper into with our next. So now what?
Because in reality, we really do love paying our taxes, our jolly payments.
Jolly payments.
On that note, we take a look at those news headlines, starting off with the AmaZulu king, who's urged government to seek guidance and engage traditional leaders in solving the country's problems to strengthen relations with the rest of the world in light of the recent attacks on foreign nationals. After a ceremony and an official unveiling yesterday on Heritage Day, Keizersgracht Street in Cape Town's District 6 is now known as Hanover Street again. And a few kilometers from there, the Boer Cup welcomed the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. In international news, 8 infants died in a fire in a hospital in Algeria's El Oid yesterday. More than 70 people, including 11 infants, 37 women and 25 hospital workers were rescued. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson's decision to suspend Parliament for 5 weeks was unlawful, the Supreme Court ruled yesterday. Judges said it was wrong to stop MPs carrying out duties in the run-up to the Brexit deadline on the 31st of October. And finally, with the welcome September break in full swing at present, most teenagers are probably still asleep and will be so for the next few hours. And that's good because after researching the links between sleep and overall health, scientists have discovered that sleep-deprived teens are prone to risky, careless behavior, and their cognitive function may be affected too. Are school bells ringing too early in the morning? The answer is yes, according to the Murray Pierre St. Onge Association professor of nutritional medicine at Columbia University in New York and leading researcher on the links between sleep and overall health. She says it would be good for parents to pressure their communities to delay the school start as late as they comfortably can. And that's where we leave it for now. Here's Graham with a look at your sports.
Again, just touching on some of those sporting headlines in our Rugby World Cup watch. Samoa scoring 3 tries in the space of just 8 minutes at the start of the second half to claim a 34-9 win over Russia. That was in their Rugby World Cup Pool A clash at the Kumagaya Rugby Stadium yesterday. Then on to football. In our midweek Premier League soccer action, we saw Kaizer Chiefs going back to the top of the table. That was after leaving it pretty late to beat AmaZulu 2-0 at the Kings Wellatini Stadium yesterday. And staying with the beautiful game, just one day after winning the FIFA award for the men's best footballer of the year, Lionel Messi suffered what looked like a groin injury in Barcelona's 2-1 La Liga victory over Villarreal at the Camp Nou last night. We'll expand on those headlines again in a half hour or so. And of course, if you're looking forward to a little Rugby World Cup action today, the Pool D fixture between Uruguay and Fiji is currently underway at the Kamayashi Recovery Memorial Stadium in Japan. Both teams looking for their first win of the competition, so we'll update you in our next news briefing.
Thank you so much, Graham. Here's that 7:30 update on your roads. We start off in KwaZulu-Natal, out in Mpumalanga. On the N4 westbound, there has been an accident before west of Belfast. Traffic is heavily backed up and causing congestion, so please be patient on the roads this morning. In the Western Cape, in Hanover Park, there is protest action on Hanover Park Avenue northbound, causing road closures between Downburg Road and Lavis Drive. Please allow the area, avoid the area and use alternative routes this morning. And off to the trains, there is an extended travel time that's of 30 to 40 minutes on the Central Line due to speed restrictions, infrastructure problems in various areas, and sets out of service. And that's where we leave it for now. Take it easy on the roads. The next update will be just after 8 o'clock.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
And now for that 7:30 update on your weather. But first, we take a look at those beautiful sunrise pictures we've asked you to send through. Alan Ritnicki sent us his sunrise picture from Franschhoek in the Western Cape, where sunny conditions can be expected today with high humidity and pleasant temperatures, reaching a maximum of 28 degrees. Benita Jacobs also sent us her sunrise from Helderberg in the Western Cape, where plenty of sunshine can be expected with warmer weather than the day before, reaching a maximum of 28 degrees. Sounds like a beautiful day. Beautiful pictures. Thank you. Get yours through to us on our Facebook page. It's Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. And now for those temperatures across the country. Polokwane, your low today is 3, reaching that high of 20 degrees. And if you're out in Mbombela, expect high humidity. Your low 6, reaching that high of 21. In the capital city, Pretoria, 4 and 22. With Johannesburg pulling through 3, your low reaching a high of 20. A cold start to the morning for Mahikeng, 2, your low reaching that maximum of 19 degrees. It's nice and sunny sunny out in Klerksdorp. Your low is 4 today, reaching that peak of 24, with Kimberley at 7, reaching a high of 26 degrees. Bloemfontein has the lowest temperatures in the country today. 1, that's your low, reaching a high of 24. And if you're out in Richards Bay, expect that northwesterly wind traveling at 37 kilometers per hour. And your temperature is 12, reaching a high of 19. With Pietermaritzburg pulling a 4 and 18. Durban 12, your low, reaching that high of 20. With Mthatha at 2, peaking at 19 degrees. If you're out in East London, you'll start off at 12 degrees, reaching those highs of 19. And high humidity is expected for Craddock today, 3, reaching a high of 23. With Port Elizabeth, the friendly city, at 12 and 20. George, your temperatures 13 and 21. With a northeasterly wind traveling at 32 kilometers per hour. That's for you. Sutherland 10, that's your low, reaching that high of 23. And the mother city, Cape Town, 14 and 26, with Worcester at 14, reaching that high of 29 degrees. Nice and sunny today. Highest temperatures in the country, that's Springbok, 18 and 30, with Uppington coming through lastly at 15 and a high of 31. That's where we leave it for now. Make it a feel-good type of day, no matter the weather.
So, I'm just listening to you on your Instagram saying I'm an accountant.
how good I am at doing my taxes, and to be honest, I leave that to the professionals.
Yeah, you
there's
don't
a lot of
have
filing, there's systems
do your
to be
own
followed.
return, but it is the e-filing system isn't actually that difficult if you take the time. Some people aren't inclined to do that, so you hire amazing people like Eitan Stern to do it for you. We're talking tax. Yes, we've discussed the lighter side of jolly payments, and we know it's a necessary function of society. But we obviously hear about the much publicized tax evasion stories. That's where it becomes really interesting. How hectic can the repercussions for not paying your taxes be?
Sure. So everyone has to pay their tax. Now, you've got two types of things. You've got tax avoidance, which is fine, and tax evasion, which isn't fine. So tax avoidance is structuring your finances and your payments in such a way as to legally avoid having to pay tax. Tax evasion means hiding your income, putting transactions through incorrectly and actually evading it. Now, tax evasion is illegal, and the penalties can be quite serious. You can pay financial penalties if you do it incorrectly. You can have your assets seized or forfeited, and it's also a criminal offense. So you could even see jail time if you evade tax really badly.
Yeah. How do these companies end up evading tax? I mean, they're
not to plant any seeds.
No, but for us to understand how it happens, how a massive company could hide like a million rands worth of tax.
So I mean, look, we're in the business of giving legal tax advice. So I don't think I'm going to go too much into the detail of how to evade tax. But but essentially, and really, I mean, there's a plethora of ways that people do it, and essentially, it's about trying to hide your income that you're earning, or trying to identify your income as something else. So there's really intricate ways that people do it. Some are like quite clever. Some are really, really just blatant and blunt, and there's a lot of ways, but the point is to say you have to, you're meant to declare what you earn, and you're meant to pay a portion of that to SARS.
Yeah. I mean, we're trying to encourage small business in the country as well. We want entrepreneurs to be out there, to be innovative and to find a way to grow the economy. So if you are in a small business position and you might think that, okay, maybe I didn't do something right, I didn't file correctly, and you think that there might be some trouble, what's the best course of action to take right now?
Okay, so if you're a small business owner or a freelancer or anyone that needs good tax advice, it's really important to get that good tax advice. So you can go to an accountant, you can come see us at Legalese, and the idea is to structure your tax in such a way to make it tax efficient. Now, the country actually tries to encourage entrepreneurship, so there are certain tax statuses you can get, like small business corporation tax, where you get advantages and you pay less tax because you're an entrepreneur, you're giving employment and you're trying to grow a business. So it's really important, if you are a small business, to get good tax advice to make sure that your tax is efficient, so that you can use your profits in order to create more employment and grow your business, and not just give it over to SARS.
I mean, we're not paying for getting free advice here, but with small businesses, heard that a small business in its first year of operation doesn't need to pay tax. Is that true?
No, that's not necessarily true, but often small businesses might fall under a certain threshold, so they might not be earning enough, or they might not be generating any profits, which is quite common in a business's first year. So for businesses, they're only ever paying tax on the profits it makes. So if you're not generating profit, then you're not paying tax.
Yeah.
Where you're an employee, that's different. You're going to pay tax on your salary.
Yeah.
But this is exactly the sort of thing that if you're a small business, go to an accountant, go to a tax lawyer, and get some good advice around how to structure your tax.
Yeah.
If you're a South African that's living abroad, maybe working on ships or as an aid worker, and suddenly you've got different countries' tax jurisdictions, you can get good tax advice. That's a lot of the work that we do at Legalese. You can get tax advice on how to structure your taxes to make sure it's tax efficient.
Yeah. You've got to get a guy. You've got to get a guy, man.
Need a guy in your corner,
good.
man. And of course, I mean, that's just the one part of it, income tax that we were just discussing. And then, of course, there's value-added tax that comes on top of that. There's provisional tax, there's companies tax, small business tax. So that's why you need somebody in your corner. So check out Eitan and his team, legalese.co.za, and of course on social media, lawyers of Legalese, if you'd like more advice on how to proceed in this very joyful tax season.
Thank you, Princess, for that 100% Arabica McCafe cappuccino. Now, this Thursday morning, the presenters search on 3 top 8 contestants. They're going to be taking over your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. Now, they're going to need some great coffee from McCafe, and this auntie's always ready to give it to us to keep them going as long as they can as they go live for the very first time, 3 whole hours. Now, you can join the conversation by using the hashtag Expresso Show and let us know who you think should stay and who should be eliminated. It's the presenter search on 3 Expresso Takeover. It's happening tomorrow, this Thursday, from 6 till 9 o'clock, right here on SABC 3. The stage
is yours.
Own it.
Only the highest grade Arabica beans. McCafe, great coffee, simple. See you after the break. See the world on your doorstep with SA Tourism, Short Left and Travel Start's week of awesomely affordable packages to destinations around South Africa. From September 23rd to 29th on travelstar.co.za, the country, ocean, cities and hidden gems are all in reach with super discounted flights and accommodation. No visas, no stopovers or foreign exchange. Just glorious South African getaways you can experience this Heritage Month for Travel Week.
on the next episode of The Next Brand Ambassador. Going back to basics, the contestants are tasked with putting together a mall activation that attracts passing shoppers and generates leads.
It's go time.
What are we going to do to make this great?
This is so intense.
I've never done this. They won't pour help. No one wants to work with me.
If you want to be boss, go be boss somewhere else, gal.
That's The Next Brand Ambassador. Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. only on SABC3.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
A very warm welcome to our Wellness Wednesdays with Medicare, of course, and I think we are all facing the very stiff challenge of having to meet ever-escalating medical costs. It seems there is nowhere to hide, but there is some relief in sight. Medicare offers affordable healthcare services right there in their pharmacy with a myriad of new added benefits attached to that, which we've covered and will be covering over the next couple of weeks to talk about this one-stop shop for holistic healthcare and wellness is Tim Knapp, Medicare CEO. Tim, I'm going to shake your hand as we officially kick off our Wellness Wednesdays with Medicare. You are on a mission. You have set yourself the mandate to make medical care easy and affordable for everyone. What is motivating, what is driving this, and how are you going to achieve this? Because it's quite a lofty aim in a very competitive, difficult space.
I think, like you said, we're just driven by trying to make sure that everyone can get access to great quality healthcare at an affordable price. And I think when you look at the reality in South Africa and frankly in many other countries, that's not the case. And we're determined to try to fix that. And so we've started by, we think you can find a pharmacy in almost every single community. That pharmacy's already got great healthcare professionals with a nurse and a pharmacist. We've made it our mission to bring a doctor in there at an affordable price, so you can actually really start to provide all the care that people need under one roof and make it easy.
I think a big part of this is going to be fed off the reaction you get from your market.
Yes.
From the people that you're helping.
Absolutely.
Are you feeling that momentum is being gained already? How are people reacting to the program already?
I think the traction we've had is super exciting. So we've been doing this, as a group right now, we're 49 stores. We have put a clinic into every store that's big enough to hold one. So, we have almost as many clinics as stores. In the last, it's been about 12 months since we've rolled out the service. So we've done over 60,000 doctor consults in that time.
Wow.
And over 500,000 nurse consults in that time, right? So the service has, I think, been very well received. At the same time, we know that with any new experience and new technology, there's an adoption curve. And, there's people who still have to get used to seeing this doctor in this different way. But, we get patient ratings after every single visit. So once you do the visit, you'll get an SMS. Our rating is about 4.8, 4.9 out of 5, right? So people really, really enjoy the service.
But congratulations. How are you helping those that can't afford what are very high premiums?
I think it's the same answer whether you're on medical aid or not, right? Because even, I'm also on medical aid. My medical aid savings account ran out. I have 2 young kids, similar to you. It doesn't last very long, right? So we all end up paying out of pocket at some point. For some people, that's a permanent state. For many of us, it happens sometime during the year. And I think being able to save money on access to healthcare is an important thing to be able to do that, right? So the way we think about this is actually accessing the healthcare system almost backwards from the way people would do it today. Right? Come and see your pharmacist first, because they can treat a lot of things over the counter. That's free, aside from the product that you've actually got to pay for, right? Then you can come and do a nurse consult. Again, the nurse can actually help with quite a lot of things. If that nurse can't solve your problem, she can dial up a doctor, right? And, the price points we're targeting, so our doctor consults are typically around 300 Rand. That includes a lot of your basic testing, and our, in some markets, sort of more of our outlying stores, formerly disadvantaged areas, we actually subsidize that price through our own foundation. We charge about $225 in those markets, right? So we are dramatically reducing the cost of doctor access for people.
I suppose the most important question, most immediate question would be, how do we find you guys? How do we make an appointment? What's the best way to engage for an end user?
Absolutely. So you can find us on our website. That's probably the first place to look. We have a full list of the stores there, so medicarehealth.co.za. There will be a full list of stores. Right now we cover footprint in about 4 locations. So we're in the Western Cape, Gauteng, Limpopo, and Mpumalanga. Hopefully far more to come after that. Appointments at this point, it's a service that we're going to be rolling out in the next few months. You'll be able to book online. Right now, it's primarily a walk-in service. You can do some booking through stores directly, but primarily it's a walk-in service at this point.
I love the fact that you respect all health professionals, that nurses are getting their due in this space as well, but we forget that it's a balance of soft touch and the knowledge base, and you get both with Medicare. Tim, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
For everything that you're doing. I think there is an opportunity for all of us to start thinking about our healthcare slightly differently now. A real opportunity to change the game, and I think the best place to start would be just popping into a Medicare facility, one-stop shop, literally, where your overall health and wellness are, and we've just proven that their motivation and can be yours to govern and take control of right now. That's awesome.
Medicare, reinventing pharmacy for you.
So here's a question for you. Are you ready for adventure?
I am. Look at my shorts. Yeah,
you are?
I am.
The flamingo was
Flamingo's ready.
Do you have a passport?
I do.
Yeah? Is it ready? Valid?
Always.
Have you recorded your TI-09 audition video? Well, if you haven't, well, you should be doing it right now, in fact, because time is running out for you to record that audition video and send it through to us so you can be on the island of Curacao for the season of Tropical Island of Treasure.
It's exciting. Adventure, fame, fortune, they're all calling, and it could be you spending a few weeks on the island of Curacao with 6, well, maybe 7 of our country's top celebrities. So be bold, be loud, and remember to be yourself when you record your video.
Why do you say maybe 7?
Could be 7 because, cat factor here.
Anyway, you've got 5 weeks left until those entries close, and you do know what to do. We've seen people doing it amazingly and showing off their personalities, like one Pimelo Badu. Check out this entry video.
Hi, my name is Pimelo Badu. I am 22 years of age. I am an office assistant and a freelance makeup artist from Nelspruit. How I think I will outsmooth the competition is, hey, number one, my background has taught me to be very, very, very strategic, my man. And number 2, I'm smart. And I am not a quitter. I ain't about that life. The challenges are sometimes tough, guys, on the show. If you've seen the show, you will know what I'm talking about. I remember seeing the cast on the Expresso morning show, and let's just say, I think I'm fit, guys. You can tell me what you're thinking. Dando, Duma, girl, we can enjoy that pineapple together on the islands of Curacao. Trust me, guys, when I say there's a clean page on my passport, so let's put a stamp on that.
Yeah?
Okay,
did you hear that?
Pimelo.
He wants to join the pineapples. That's amazing.
Oh, man.
That's the memorable stuff.
That's what you want now. So come on, guys and girls, you
join
know
your
what
pineapples
to do. Join
together.
this party, exactly.
Join
Bring
your
the
peaches together. Bring the peaches together.
Oh, man, you know what to do in order to win smooth fame and fortune. You need to record a video of yourself describing, like what Pimelo did, how you would outsmooth your competition on the island. Load that video on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook with that hashtag TIOT9, or visit tropica.co.za. Fill in the entry form and submit your video. Or, alternatively, you can WhatsApp your video to 063-921-8395. And it could be you winning smooth fame and fortune in the season of Tropical
Island of Treasure, Curacao. While you join your pineapples and peaches together, T's and C's and more information can be found on tropica.co.za. That's going to stay with me for a while.
It's going to be for a while. But that's a good entry.
Yeah. Join your mangoes.
And your peaches.
Join your peaches and your pineapples. Bring them all. Yes. This is Season 9 of Tropica Island of Treasure. Welcome to Curacao in the Caribbean.
Buy Tropica and come find your smooth fame and fortune. Audition online now to compete with your favorite celeb, and you could join us in paradise and stand a chance to win your share of a smooth 1 million rand. Grab a Tropica for details and see you in paradise.
The more Tropica you buy, the more chances you have to win hundreds of thousands of prizes. Tropica, nothing smoother.
Michael Pinella, Ipingo in studio this morning. They're here, award-winning group. They've been amazing thus far. They're going to be performing after the break, getting into the zone. You will get a taste of exactly how talented they are. Stick around. We'll see you in just a mo.
Bomb Boy.
Bon Boy!
Discover the new language of travel. Marriott Bonvoy. 30 hotel brands, endless experiences, rewards reimagined.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast show on a Wednesday morning. As you can see, we are still very much clearly within Heritage Month, celebrating our proud heritage all across South Africa and hailing all the way from the Northwest Province. Makopanela Pineng join us this morning, and here they are to perform a song called Botelo.
Yeah.
mo morago ne ke go gore o mongwe lona a nthute go bina jaaka Motswana sentle. What are the basic steps if I want to learn Setswana traditional dancing? So
This one is called stapa.
Ke stapa.
Stapa dance. Stapa.
Wa bona ke itse. Ai. Bona ke nna mosimana Motswana ke yo. Mopo monna khona go rata le matsepe ke yo. Ai, bon. On that tempo, let's get you updated on the news. Ai.
That is absolutely impressive. And now we take a final look at those news headlines. The AmaZulu king has urged government to seek guidance and engage traditional leaders in solving the country's problems and to strengthen relations with the rest of the world in light of the recent attacks on foreign nationals. King Zwelithini was speaking at the commemoration of Shaka Day in KwaDukuza on the KwaZulu-Natal North Coast. The king of the Zulu nation feels President Cyril Ramaphosa should have sought their counsel as traditional leaders before sending envoys to African states to apologize for the attacks on foreign nationals. After a ceremony and an official unveiling yesterday on Heritage Day, Keizersgracht Street in Cape Town, District 6, is now known as Hanover Street again, the name it bore before forced removals in the 1960s during apartheid. Meanwhile, the Boerkaap welcomed the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. The couple strolled through the colorful and multicultural neighborhood on the special day that recognizes and celebrates the cultural wealth of South Africa. Earlier, they visited Owell Mosque in the Boerkaap, the oldest mosque in South Africa, built in 1794. In international news, 8 infants died in a fire in a hospital in Algeria's El Oud yesterday. The fire service was quoted as saying on the state media, the government has opened an inquiry into the cause of the fire. More than 70 people, including 11 infants, 37 women and 25 hospital workers were rescued. Health Minister Mohamed Bourai suspended the hospital manager and the health director of the province. The quality of government service has often been a cause for frustration and anger in Algeria, particularly in areas outside the capital. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson's decision to suspend Parliament for 5 weeks was unlawful, the Supreme Court ruled yesterday. Judges said it was wrong to stop MPs carrying out their duties in the run-up to the Brexit deadline on the 31st of October. The Prime Minister, who has faced calls to resign, said he profoundly disagreed with the ruling but would respect it. A senior government official said he spoke to the Queen after the Supreme Court ruling but would not reveal the details of their conversation. And finally, some months ago, we reported on an Ethiopian woman who sat her school exams in a hospital bed 30 minutes after giving birth. We can now report that she has passed with a mark of 75%. 21-year-old Almaz Daris says she's happy with her results as she can now continue her secondary school education. The new mother, who dreams of one day becoming an engineer, says she was in pain whilst writing the papers. Had she not been pregnant or just given birth, she believes she could have achieved higher marks. It is something her husband, Tadis Tulu, a carpenter by trade, agrees with, but he said he could not be more proud of her achievements. Well, that's where we leave it for this morning. Here's a final look at your sports with Graham.
Let's finalize our sporting lineup this morning with our rugby news. First, in the Rugby World Cup action from yesterday, Samoa scoring 3 tries in the space of just 8 minutes at the start of the second half to claim a 34-9 win over Russia. That was in their Rugby World Cup Pool A clash at the Kumagaya Rugby Stadium yesterday. So the match produced 3 yellow cards. 2 were issued to Samoa, with Ray Lilo and Mofu Muatua both being sin-binned for high tackles. This was Russia's second World Cup loss after losing 30-10 to tournament hosts Japan in the opener on Friday. Samoa now narrowly topping the pool, and they'll face off against Scotland next, while Russia face a very tough ask in the Irish outfit. Then on to local football. Our midweek Premier Soccer League action saw Kaizer Chiefs go to the top of the table. That was after leaving it pretty late to beat AmaZulu 2-0 at the King Zwelithini Stadium yesterday. The Amakozi's Leonardo Castro opening the scoring in the 84th minute before Kama Billiat scored the team's second in the 90th minute to beat bottom of the table AmaZulu. So the match also saw Chiefs welcome back veteran keeper Tumeleng Kune after a pretty long injury absence. So the tabletop Grasshoppers. They will face Barocca FC at home this coming Saturday. Then staying with the beautiful game, just one day after winning the FIFA award for men's best footballer of the year, Lionel Messi suffered an apparent groin injury in Barcelona's 2-1 La Liga victory over Villarreal at the Camp Nou last night. Messi, who celebrated his 400th La Liga start, incredible, was substituted at half-time and replaced by French forward Ousmane Dembele. Was the early goals from Arthur Melo and Antoine Griezmann that secured the win for the defending La Liga champions. And that's a wrap of your sport for this morning. Albeit right now, as we speak, of course, a bit of rugby action going on in our Rugby World Cup Pool D fixture. Uruguay currently facing off against Fiji at the Kamiyashi Recovery Memorial Stadium in Japan. Both these teams desperately looking for their first win of the competition. And that's a wrap of your sport for this morning.
And now we take a final look at your roads. Starting off in Gauteng, out in Isando on the R24 westbound, there has been a multi-vehicle accident after the OR Tambo interchange obstructing the left lane. So please approach with caution. In the Western Cape, in Hanover Park, there is a protest action on the Hanover Park Avenue northbound, causing road closures between Downberg Road and Lavis Drive. So please avoid the area and use alternative routes this morning. And off to the trains, there is an extended travel time that's of 20 to 30 minutes on the Simonstown line. This is due to speed restrictions, infrastructure problems in various areas, and sets out of service. Well, on that note, take it easy on the roads. That's where we leave it for now. We do it all over again tomorrow morning.
So, Smuda, all of this for dollar low monthly fees.
Money.
And we've asked you to send in your beautiful sunrise pictures. Thank you so much to Gary Okamp for your beautiful picture from East London, Ntokozo Martini for your picture in Johannesburg, Casey Warhunter for your sunrise picture from Balito, and Fatah Khan for your picture out in Richards Bay, as well as Alan Rudnicki for your sunrise picture from Franschhoek, with lastly Benita Jacobs for your sunrise picture from Helderberg out in the Western Cape. Absolutely stunning pictures. We do this all over again tomorrow morning, bright and early. Expresso Morning Show. SABC3 is where you send yours. And now those temperatures for one last time, starting off in Polokwane, starting off at 3 and a high of 20 degrees today, with high humidity expected for Mbombela, 6. That's your low, reaching a high of 21. If you're out in the capital city, Pretoria, 4, reaching a maximum of 22. Johannesburg, 3, peaking at 20. And a cold start to the morning for Mahikeng today. That's 2, your low, reaching a high of 19. If you're out in Klerksdorp, 4, that's your minimum, and your maximum, 24 degrees. Kimberley is nice and sunny today, starting off at 7, reaching a high of 26, with the lowest temperatures in the country. That's for Bloemfontein, 1, your low, reaching a high of 24. If you're out in Richards Bay, expect that northwesterly wind traveling at 37 kilometers per hour. Your low is 12 and your high 19 degrees. Pietermaritzburg, 4 and 18, with South Africa's playground Durban coming through at 12 and 20. Mthatha, your temperatures starting off at 2, peaking at 19 degrees, and East London, your low is 12, reaching that high of 19. High humidity for Craddock, 3, that's your minimum, and your maximum 23 degrees. Nice and sunny today, with Port Elizabeth at 12 and 20. George, 13, reaching a high of 31. And if you're out in Sutherland, expect that northeasterly traveling at 32 kilometers per hour. Your temperatures are 10 and 23. The mother city, Cape Town, 14 and 26, with Worcester pulling through, 14, reaching a high of 29. The highest temperatures in the country, that's Springbok, 18, your minimum, and your maximum is 30 degrees. And it's sunny in Uppington today, 15, that's your low, reaching that high of 31 degrees. And that's where we leave it for this morning.
All right, well, listen, the counter is all decked out with all kinds of delicious treats because we know that all of our Jewish viewers out there are celebrating Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. Oh, yeah. And we'll be taking you through the culinary delights that adorn the tables during this time of year. Great to have Anel and Jenny here on the Culinary Hotline playing Sing, Sing, Sing. After the break.
You were right there.
Science reaches for the truth. It works for the big and small, for the old and young. And with knowledge as our first ingredient, science is at the heart of our food. For differences you can see, feel, and trust. It all starts with science.
us on your cell phone.
Culinary hotline bling.
That can only mean one thing.
Oh yes, it's that time of the week. Time for the Culinary Hotline Bling! Sing, sing, sing! Now when you hear the sound of the horn from the synagogues, everyone knows that the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah, has started, and that's coming up this Sunday. So for Jews, the New Year is a time of soul cleansing, an opportunity to make amends and become a better person. And to teach us about the Jewish New Year, Jenny Morris is here in studio alongside Anel Potgieter in the studio, and to not just learn about the tradition of Rosh Hashanah and why it exists, but also to explore the culinary delights that come along with it. Absolutely. Because there are many and that look absolutely amazing. Ladies, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us in the
Good morning, Kat.
And Jenny,
I'm going to be doing a lot of repenting.
and a lot of eating. Jenny, I didn't know that you celebrated Rosh Hashanah.
Oh, absolutely. It's my favorite time of the year. It's a sweet time of the year. And yes, that shofar, the ram's horn, when that blows, it's an exciting time for kids as well. Everything is sweet at that time of year.
Excellent. Paint the picture. What is Rosh Hashanah?
Well, it's the head of the year. It's the beginning of the new year for the Jewish community. And we celebrate it. We celebrate life.
I know, I read something about Adam and Eve, like it's celebrate the
that nonsense that they started in that Garden of Eden.
Oh, that garden. That's nonsense.
No, but you're absolutely right. If you read into the writings, you will see that everything does go back to the beginning of...
So it starts on Sunday, coming up on Sunday, and then ends when? With the celebrations?
Well, 1st of October.
Evening of the 1st of October.
All right, good. And so there's a lot of culinary delights that go along with Rosh Hashanah. Where do we even start? Is it at the good old apple?
Yes, it does. It starts with the apple. I suppose every family will do their celebrations or their rituals or their traditionally how they would start their meal. But in my house, we always start with the apple.
Yes.
And it's apple and honey. Once again, we go to the sweetness.
Oh, my goodness.
What you do now is normally Papa.
Oh, my word.
Papa takes the apple, dip it in the honey.
It's
Yes.
like the head of the household.
The head, yes. My father-in-law used to do it, and Mummy's going to feed you. Look at that.
Can I feed myself or must somebody feed me?
I must be nice to you.
Oh.
Yes, no, that my dad-in-law used to give it. All
they call it the sweet time of the year for a good reason.
Isn't it gorgeous?
It's beautiful.
And that's the way you start your meal?
We start our meal like that, yes. And then there was, you just asked me the question, or are you just going yum yum?
I'm just going yum yum. yum.
All right, so the apple starts it all.
Yeah. Yes.
And then take us through some of the other delights that you have here.
We have this beautiful table of starters. You know, the New Year table is absolutely laden. Jewish people love to eat and love to celebrate, and they love food, and they love good food. So the table is normally full of starters.
Yes, some herring.
What do we have there?
That is roll mop.
Roll mop?
Yes, that's roll mop herring.
What is in a roll mop?
You have a bit of pickled onion and some gherkin.
Yes.
My mother-in-law always used to make beautiful chopped herring, which is the Bismarck herring, the salted herring, and she taught me.
Do I just eat it like that?
Yeah, that one you can just eat like that. That one there you would normally eat with kichel. Now kichel...
What is kichel?
It's almost like pasta. It's like a pasta dough, and you roll it through the machine as thin as possible, and you put a little bit of caster sugar on it, and you bake it. It's divine.
Oh, my word.
Isn't that delicious?
Listen, I love this version of the Culinary Hotline. Just tasting everything.
Now that has apple in it, it's got some raisins in it, it's got a little bit of sugar, it's got tomato, a little bit of acidity.
I can see the apple,
Isn't that gorgeous? And we always have, certainly in our house, we always have 3 types of herring. Chopped herring, the Danish herring. Isn't it beautiful?
Do you invite random friends to come and celebrate with you? Can anybody come around to your house for
course.
Rosh Hashanah?
I don't care who you are. There's always a chair at my table.
Then?
Absolutely. The veggies.
Oh, the fish. So you've got the fish. Very important.
You know fish, and I know that you went shopping for some fish heads for me, and you're going to tell me that story.
Yeah?
But fish is for prosperity.
Okay.
And fish is also a very nice thing to have on your table, because then you can have meat and not meat and milk, but you can have the cream or the ice cream, whatever it is, afterwards, because you're not mixing meat and milk.
So what happened on Saturday? I was researching this. So I saw this fish shop, and I thought, and I read a lot about fish heads, that olden times and traditional times they used to eat the fish heads. So I was stopping at the shop and buying like a big bag of fish heads.
Yeah?
Finding Jenny, I've got the fish heads and my bird.
Well, you'll need to get it valeted now.
What do I do with that.
Put them in the freezer. No, but the thing is, Anala's quite right, because in the old days they used fish head a lot, and also we use it when we make a fish stock. For gefilte fish, which is delicious.
Oh my goodness.
3 different types of fish. You put a little bit of matzo meal with it, some minced onion, a bit of parsley. I put a tiny bit of cinnamon in it. But you make this stock, and it turns to jelly.
Yeah.
And then you boil the balls in that stock, and then you set them in the jelly.
Yeah.
And then once again, you get the carrot, which is round, circle of life. You know, you'll see everything is beautiful and round.
Yes.
But what I like, what I've learned now is that everything is sweet because it's a sweet celebration.
Okay,
So your potato gets replaced with a sweet potato. And the carrot, it's also the coin of the carrot and its prosperity and good health and good wealth for the year.
Absolutely.
Wealth for the year. Hey.
All right,
Yes, and
listen.
health is wealth.
Health is wealth. Absolutely. The most important kind of wealth that you want to have is your health indeed. Okay, so we stopped over there. We'll carry on in a short bit as we continue to educate ourselves and learn about the beautiful traditions of Rosh Hashanah, which starts on Sunday. In this Culinary Hotline Bling!
Ting, ting, ting!
Oh, just like cuisine, traveling gives you the opportunity to step out of your comfort zone and seize everything that awaits you. Time to ignite the imagination again. Today's trip takes us to prime destinations across the Arabian Islands and some of the best European cities on board the beautiful Costa Diadema in 23 splendid nights. Paula from Imagine Cruising joins us again today to share what awaits us as we travel to scenic, beautiful, romantic cities like Khor Fakkan and Salalah, Athens, and some amazing destinations on this is certainly one of the lengthiest and most amazing cruises that we've done. But before we delve into that, can I just get a high five? Someone met Prince Harry and Meghan yesterday. How cool was that?
Oh, that was like so unexpected. Well, hopefully wanting to meet them, and took a chance and went to work up and was very fortunate to meet them. So that was really awesome.
That's so awesome. So hopefully you're feeling inspired this morning. We're feeling inspired because this was quite an interesting mix. The best of Europe, the best of the Arabian Islands.
Yes.
It really does sound like a match made in heaven, and 23 nights of being able to immerse yourself in this. Incredible.
Incredible. It is really, really incredible. I mean, this specific cruise has got, it actually caters for just about everybody. So the Arabian Peninsula has got an incredible amount to offer. So from your futuristic cities like Dubai, where you start, to your more like low-key, laid-back city like Oman. And then from there, you've got the other side of Arabia, like where you can get more the ancient wonders like Petra and the desert landscapes, you know, that's beautiful. It hasn't even changed in thousands of years, so quite amazing. And then from there, you head west across the Mediterranean, and then you get really a great taste of southern Europe. And, you know, Europe is known for their olive trees and their ancient walled harbors and their quaint fishing villages and their classic architecture. Really stunning.
I think what I've loved most about our journeys has been the balance of being able to experience culture and experience history, but also get kind of your modern connection to some very contemporary, beautiful cities, some modern marvels.
Yes.
And when we kickstart this, certainly in Dubai, we've touched on that before, but this itinerary, it's jam-packed. There is so much to be able to take out of it. Yeah. What goes into this itinerary? Where do we start?
So you start off in Dubai. So I love that city. You know, it's this man-made city in the middle of the desert.
So modern wonder, yeah.
Modern city. So there, I would definitely recommend doing the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world, and you got the fantastic sights from there. And then from there, you can see go and see the man-made Palm Island. Absolutely also stunning, lovely there. And then from there, I would also recommend to see the most iconic hotel, most world famous hotel, the Burj Al Arab. absolutely beautiful. And then
as seen in just about
yes,
every movie
everywhere.
that's ever been shot in
Exactly,
Dubai. Yeah.
exactly. And then do the 4x4 desert safari experience. You've got enough time. In Dubai, you've got one night's hotel stay, and then you also overnight on board the ship before you start. So, and then from there you head on to Khor Fakkan, and there you've got the landscape with the rugged mountains, also quite beautiful out there. So.
Majestic and a nice balance. I like that. So you have an opportunity to kind of kickstart your adventure in one of the best cities in the world, undoubtedly,
yes.
as you know from experience. And then it's time to get back on the ship, the Costa Diadema.
So diadema is actually the Italian word for tiara.
Oh,
so it's
wow.
fit for a princess or a prince. And it's one of the fleet's newest flagship ships. And it has like the featured promenade on the actual ship.
Oh, wow.
And that's beautiful. Outside promenade where there's coffees and shops and bars and that. Absolutely stunning. And you've got the Samsara spa, and you have obviously your restaurants, choice of restaurants and bars to eat from. You've got your theatre shows at night. It's a real floating resort, like we say, week on week. It really is. For those that have never cruised, this is really the best way to travel, because it takes the hassle away from travel. You know, you unpack once for those 22 nights.
And there's so much going on there
offer.
every day, every one of those days.
You never get bored, that's for sure.
You can try something new, you can pamper yourself, you can go out, you can have date night.
Yes, Samsara spa that they have there, the famous Samsara spa. Lovely.
I absolutely love it. And then, of course, you've got these amazing destinations. We're going to delve a little bit more into some of the incredible cities and wonders that you can see along this 23-night odyssey, and some truly captivating landscapes and some beautiful cities in the Arabian and Peninsula, and of course Europe, aboard what sounds like a real flagship ship as well, Costa Diadema. And get this, for those 23 nights, including flights, the price package is 27,000 Rand, 999 Rand per person for 23 nights. That departs, for this particular package, departs on the 13th of March next year, and we're going to take a bit more of an in-depth look at some of the amazing destinations on the other side of this. We're going to take a very quick ad break, then we're going to continue our cultural and I think our cuisine exploration as well for the rest of today's show. So stick around, we'll see you now.
Hi, my name is Simphiwe Ngema and I play Pindile Shezi on Isidingo. And you could be joining me on Tropica Island of Treasure. Buy Tropica and follow the instructions on the bottle. Take a video of yourself and tell us why you would be my ideal partner. Then upload it on all the social media platforms, your Twitter, your Instagram and your Facebook using the hashtag TIOT9. Come find your smooth fame and fortune on Tropica Island of Treasure carousel.
Call us on your cell phone. Culinary hotline bling. That can only
Yes, let it ring. The culinary hotline bling. Ting, ting, ting is in. And of course, the Jewish New Year starts this Sunday. And at sunset, the whole family sits down for a festive meal. And Jenny Morris is here in the kitchen alongside Anel Potgieter to teach us about all things Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. And I'm literally just, I'm dying right now where I'm standing because this smells amazing. This is called a challah. A challah. And this is also, like you explained earlier on, the Jewish New Year is about a sweet celebration.
Yes,
so
yes.
all things nice and sweet. And this is a sweet bread.
Yes, it's a
called a
beautiful.
challah.
And it's got the circle of life. It's joined. There are no breaks in it. It's beautiful.
Oh, my goodness.
This one is what we would have on a Friday night.
Oh.
With our families.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
A braided bread. What
Yes.
does that have a particular name?
It's also a challah.
Oh, also a
It's
type
also
of
a challah, or you can call it a kitka.
A kitka.
Kitka.
Okay.
Gosh,
and
yes.
what else do we have here? What are
That's a teglach. That's almost like it's like a Jewish cook sister.
Taste one. I've never seen this.
Excuse my fingers. They're beautiful and they're sticky and they're lovely in the morning.
Wowza.
So it's this beautiful. It's beautiful spicy dough.
got
And then
quite a-
it's dipped in a syrup.
Crunchy consistency.
It's gorgeous.
It's
It's like a biscuit.
Oh, wow.
It's nice, huh?
I was expecting something soft.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
No, because these have got to last. They don't last. Trust me, you eat them all at once.
Okay, Jen, how do we make this challah?
Come, let me show you. You're going to just make a little well in the middle here. In with your eggs. Put all the weights. Let's get all your dry in first. So
Oh, my
some
dry.
salt.
So there's sugar.
Some sugar, definitely,
For the
because the bread is
sweetness.
sweet, yes.
Some yeast.
Yeast, instant. Some salt. And there you go. Nice, because the salt gives it the balance as well.
What is this?
And that's oil.
Okay.
Do I klitz this a bit together?
Yeah, you can klitz it together.
No warm water to activate the yeast? This time
Not
not?
necessarily. There's so much sugar in there.
Oh, okay.
And
So
you're going
it'll
to
do the
let
job for you.
it do a thing, but you can put a little bit of water to get the consistency right. But while Anel is doing that, this is what you're going to end up with this beautiful dough.
Oh,
Look at that
oh my
gorgeous
word.
dough. Let me pop
So
this
that is
behind
risen
us.
now.
That is risen. And then, this is the way I do it.
Yes.
Raisins. You want the sweetness in it. So
Yes.
This is the point that you will add your raisins to your dough. Okay, so you would knead it in.
Oh my
Put
word.
it in and knead it in and knead
Like
it
a
in.
pro, Jen.
Oh
I
wow.
promise you, this is just gorgeous. Everybody shapes it the way mine has a man bun.
Uh-huh.
What do you
give
mean
your
by a
challah
man
man
There's a
bun.
little kopiekie thing on top. So what I do is I literally wind mine
Oh
up
my
like that.
goodness.
Okay.
Oh, look at those raisins
And
just,
I just-
saying, hi, we're here.
And then you
inside.
have this it's like a snail. It's like a
That
little
is a
snail.
man
Imagine when that comes out
it's a
fresh
man
from
bun.
the oven and you break it up. That's going to be beautiful. SMS the
That'd be
keyword
gorgeous.
bread to
And then you just
33728.
give it a base.
And I'll send. Can
I add some raisins in
Ladies,
there?
ladies. I need to tell everybody at home
Tell
to
them,
SMS
tell
the
them.
keyword bread to 33728 so that we can have that sent to you and you can try it at home. And now you may continue.
We were so excited.
I know. Just soaked up in the bread. Okay, so what else do you do? I heard you talking about brushing some...
and then it must rise.
egg white
Twice
on
its
it.
size.
Yes.
Yeah, you could put egg wash, egg white. You could even mix a little bit of sugar into your egg white to really give it a really fabulous glaze.
Oh, wow.
But it's quick, it's easy.
Look at that.
It's nice.
And that would go into the oven as thick as it is there for how long?
It needs to rise.
Oh, it needs to rise, so
Rise
it's double in size?
Yes, double in size.
And then-
I don't know, about 30 to 40 minutes. It depends. You give it a little clappy on the bum.
Okay.
Butter. Did I say bum?
You did indeed. Twice.
Oh, dear.
The Jewish New Year is also about gifting, and you gave me an eye concealer for my dark circles this morning. Is that one of the gifts?
No, it's not sweet enough. No, it's normally a lovely sweet gift, and it could be dried fruits and nuts. But my mother-in-law, that's when I would expand my platter collection. So she would arrive, I would either go to her or she'd come to us with. I wouldn't look at what was on the platter. I'm thinking, what beautiful platter am I getting this year? You know. So you normally give something that would last. So a pretty plate, and then something sweet on it.
So you must have, how long have you and David been married? 35 years?
35 years.
So you've got 35 platters?
I do. Oh, no,
That is
no, shame.
extraordinary.
I know where I'm
She
going.
passed. But I buy my own.
Before we go, just a quick little reflection on these, because we've spoken about everything there. What is this over here?
That is matzah meal.
Matzah meal.
So normally over Pesach one would use that, but we always have a chicken soup.
What is Pesach?
Pesach is the Passover, the Jewish Passover. But we always have a chicken chicken soup on our table, and you make these little canadles. Once again, little round balls, circle of life, don't break the circle.
Is it like a dumpling?
It's like exactly a dumpling. And then there's a bit of barbecue chicken here, but we make sweet dishes. I like to make like
Let me make sure that it is barbecue chicken, just to make sure.
Just let him make sure. But I normally do like a big hunk of brisket, sweet, you know,
with prunes or something.
Yes, almost Moroccan style, and it's long and it's slow. And when you come back from the synagogue, it's waiting in the oven. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful. Well, this could be waiting in the oven for you tonight when you get home. SMS bread to 33728. Absolutely wonderful delights. Thank you, ladies.
So with an overnight stay in the sparkling man-made island of Dubai, the Costa Diadema, the flagship vessel that it is, then set sail to Khor Fakkan, where you can enjoy some warm waters of the Gulf of Oman. Beautiful way to kind of unwind. Then we cruise to Muscat, Salalah, then Aqaba, then Athens, then Heraklion, then to Catania, then to Naples, Civitavecchia, and then Savona. An unbelievable itinerary, 23 nights of absolute luxury and a beautiful balance. Paula from Imagine Cruising is here to share with us a little bit more about what you can experience on what must be the king of all of the cruises that we have covered thus far, because it covers so much. When we talk about some of the more laid-back places in Arabia where you've spoken about, where you can kind of unwind and really unplug and enjoy the holiday style, where do we begin with that?
So the Muscat is, I mean, beautiful with its beautiful harbour and the backdrop of the rugged mountains. The Omanian people are they're very like relaxed and very proud of their maritime history. So one of the things to definitely recommend is the dhow cruise. So it's one of those traditional boats that they've used in the Gulf region for centuries. So definitely a must, I would say. And then from there you can also go visit the Royal Palace, actually the Royal Opera House, and also the palace there. So it's a beautiful city to explore.
I mean, just looking at the images, absolutely amazing. That marble is awe-inspiring. Then Salalah, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but a very different prospect.
Yes, very different. People will be surprised to see this because there's a certain time of the year that is so lush and green, and it's unusual to see. You know, they've got the monsoon season, you know, and that's a cooler region of the Gulf, and there you'll probably see the coconuts and bananas being grown here, so it's very interesting.
It's got a very tropical
and it's beautiful as well.
Yeah, unbelievable balance. Then I think for me what excites me the most when you see images of Petra, the ancient antiquity come to life. The fact that you can see a time capsule like this, that this is still there for you to appreciate, is amazing to me.
Yes, so the port of Aqaba in Jordan, you go to see Petra, and what's amazing about this is the way they've carved the city into the rocks, you know, and they did it so many years ago with no modern, you know, equipment. So it's really astonishing. It's just one of those unique
it's a once in a lifetime
things to see, you know,
thing,
and a lot of movies come to these locations, you know, like Indiana Jones.
I was going to say, this looks so familiar.
And The Mummy Returns and Sinbad. So, you know, and there's also another place where you can go and visit while you're there. There's a Wadi Rum, which is quite close to the port. And there they've got a gigantic valley that's actually cut into the granite rock. And that is got the red sand, which actually looks like the surface of
I was going to say Mars. It looks like another planet.
So unique. It's definitely a must-see place.
I would imagine a few movies have been shot there as well.
Yes.
I love the fact that visually this is such an exciting way to see the world, but there are experiences. The fact that you can go on a dhow, that you can go to Petra, that you can actually experience culture that has existed for centuries, thousands of years.
You go back in history, actually.
Yeah,
this is the opportunity to do that.
And take a selfie on Mars in the process as as well. I absolutely love that. So, of course, for just 27,000 Rand, 999 Rand per person departing on the 13th of March 2020, you could be relaxing on board the cutting-edge, beautiful flagship Costa Diadema for 23 luxurious, and I say luxurious, nights across the mystical cities of Arabia and some beautiful destinations in Europe. Paul will be back with us to go through some more of the adventures that you can experience, some of those amazing cities and destinations as we shift from the Arabian Peninsula to Europe.
Nap time just got extra cuddly. Get a free cuddle pillow when you buy 2 bags of Hill's pet food. Where dreams are made.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Call us on your cell phone. Culinary hotline bling. That can only mean one
Welcome back to the Culinary Hotline Bling. Sing, sing, sing on your feel-good breakfast show Expresso on SABC3. Now, we dip the challah in honey to continue the Jewish New Year feast of Rosh Hashanah that starts on Sunday. And we continue learning more about the cuisines that you can find on a table. And this is probably going to be my favorite. A chicken soup cooked with the entire chicken inside. Wow. Okay, so how do we even get started with making this delicious result? Let's start over here.
Always a whole chicken and an organic chicken. So there's just some water in here. I'm just going to add some water. You don't need stock cubes for this at all.
I mean, you've got the chicken.
You've got the chicken. So I'm just going to add the whole chicken to the pot. Take that off.
And when you're done, you then have the soup and the chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
just
then
falling off the
Chickens
bone.
for tomorrow.
Chickens. Oh,
yeah. A bit of onion, some celery.
Yeah.
That's a trilogy of flavors that you normally use for soup, and some carrots. Then we're going to add some salt. Ek gaan nou sommer 'n goeie
Alles
Ja,
kan,
ja.
alles.
Alles.
And then some bay leaves for flavor, some whole peppercorns,
Yes.
and 1 or 2 cloves.
Oh, you gotta have the cloves.
Yeah. And we're going to add some parsley.
Wow.
So that is that.
As simple as that.
And then you just slowly simmer it. Close it and slowly
That's
simmer
it.
it. I say for about 1.5 hours, 2 hours.
That's
Yes.
Just slowly
Must
simmer
do
it.
this. It must do this.
Oh, yes. You want the soup to do this. And every now and then just kind of stirring a little bit to make sure that
Yeah.
everything is nicely incorporated.
And don't disturb it too much.
No.
Do his thing. It's going to get married inside there with all
Yes.
these flavors.
And then now, like
I
we
like
say,
that
don't
kind of cooking.
disturb it too much because it becomes cloudy.
Yeah.
You can have two. You can have it nice and clear. My mother mother-in-law, you could see the bottom of the bowl. It's like a consommé, or you could make it hearty and throw everything into it. But she's got to have a dumpling, a canadel.
And this is a canadel. What are canadels made from?
It's a canadel. This is with matzo meal, and it's got eggs in it. It's got oil, or you use schmaltz.
Schmaltz?
Schmaltzy.
Schmaltzy.
Which is
Schmaltzy.
It's all schmaltzy.
Where's that from?
Yeah, they're called like men that are like you know, these like hotties. Schmaltzy.
Oh, really?
It's chicken fat.
It's
chicken fat. So you're not putting dairy into it, then you can cook it with your chicken.
So, Kat, as soon as that's finished,
Yes.
you take your chicken out and you've left with this beautiful, beautiful stock.
Yes.
And I'm going to add now some chicken pieces to the stock.
it just
falls
falls
from the
off
bone.
the bone.
So easy. And you add that to your beautiful soup.
My word.
And then Jenny's canadels.
Yes. Now, the canadel, you can either cook in salted water separately.
Yes.
And you can do that like earlier on, and then bring it into your soup. Or you can put it in your soup and close the lid. It's like any dumpling. Do not open the pot.
Yes.
All right, let it go for about 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
This canadel,
Yes.
I know we're sharing this with our viewers, but it looked like you needed something to roll it with, but you don't.
It's got oil in it.
Oh, yeah, so it
It's the
stays
oil,
together.
yes.
I'm going to put another canadel in there. I
That's
like
my
doing
son's
this.
favourite.
Really?
My
Okay.
middle son.
Can we taste?
Of course.
Please.
Come
So
on.
we have the chicken soup over there.
There you
I think
go.
that needs a bit more
Canadels.
chicken in there.
Yeah, of course, it always needs more.
Break it.
Okay, now, oopsie days, it doesn't matter because we don't put any
It's
baking
beautiful
powder in
chicken.
it.
Yes.
I normally make them nice and light. Sometimes I make them like cannonballs, but we still eat them. Cannonballs.
As long as you're not trying to kill anybody.
No,
Well,
Can I
I
just-
could do it for you sometimes when I make it. Yes.
Can I just...
But even have a mouthful of soup in your spoon.
Oh, how about that?
Can I have some?
Yes.
Look at this.
Let me see.
Just allow that to be.
Yum, yum. Mmm.
Canadel.
So nice, chewy. It's lovely.
Why do I taste something citrusy? Or are my taste buds all...
No, your taste buds are absolutely spot on. I'll put a little bit of, instead of olive oil or cooking oil, I put a bit of lemon infused.
Oh.
Just to bring the changes.
Because I can taste that.
You have an attuned palate, young
Thank you,
lady.
dear.
This
Let me
is
taste it.
absolutely
good?
wonderful. It's good.
We can't take credit for this. Nicole made it.
Thank
Tell
you,
the truth.
Nicole. Thank you very much. And thank you also for teasing us with this beautiful challah that we're not allowed to break.
She's
Or
baking
cut.
you one for after.
She's baking. Yes. I'm so excited. Okay. Thank you very much for all those wonderful comments that you've sent through to us. We really do appreciate it, letting us know how you are celebrating Rosh Hashanah. We really do appreciate that. And how do you... Oh, you say Shana
Shana
Tova.
Tova. You can say Chag Sameach, but normally Shana Tova.
Excellent stuff. I want to just share with you this comment quickly from Shireen Abrams, who commented on our Facebook page saying, "Good morning, Jenny and Anel," not Abel, it's Anel and Kat. I used to work at a gift shop and the owner was Jewish. So I learned a lot about Jewish food. I see on your table there's, is it tegel?
Yeah.
Tegel and kitka bread. Used to love when we went to eat at the owner's house. So special. Makes me remember those days. Have a great day, Jenny. Shabbat Shalom.
That's for
Shabbat
Friday.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom is for Friday.
What does that mean? That means Happy Shabbat.
Yes, it's the Shabbos. The Shabbat.
Another one, Abel. Another one came through from Daphne who said, "Is it a general trend or particularly Jewish to break rather than to cut bread?"
My father-in-law always broke the bread. On a Friday night, he would break the kitka and dip it into salt and then pass it to each member of the family.
Okay.
You say a prayer, you do a bracha. You bless the bread.
As you would
But
bless
the
the
Italians
food.
also break bread. You know, the Greeks break bread. So I think it's something that's quite international.
It's quite a tactile
Yeah.
experience,
Yes.
touching the bread that you've just baked nice and warm. And
Yes.
I think it makes you appreciate the food so much more. Gary Oakham, what's up, Gary? I saw sweet potatoes on your menu this morning. Sometimes the sweet potatoes I buy are pale inside, or sometimes they're orange. Is there a difference between the two?
There are two different kinds of potatoes.
Yes?
Sweet potatoes, yeah.
You get yellow, white,
And then the orange one, yeah.
Do they taste particularly different?
Yes, they do. The orange is like a stronger taste for me. I love it.
and more
with
sticky.
like-
It's got a higher sugar content. It's lovely.
What I loved earlier on when you were telling us also about just like the setting at home is that there's always an empty chair around a table in a Jewish household. And why is that?
Well, there's, especially at Pesach, that's for Elijah. Elijah will come and join the table, but just because we're so hospitable and we love people, and we love to share, we're giving, we're charitable, so you'll never be alone at the holidays.
Can I come and sit at that chair?
Any day you wish.
Sunday, I want to feast.
Well, if you
with
can't make it to Jenny's house on Sunday, but you do want to have this beautiful chicken soup, SMS soup to 33728. And ladies, thank you very, very much, and to all our Jewish viewers celebrating this wonderful time of the year. Shana Tova to you.
Shana Tova to you all.
What do you do?
That was awesome. Thank you so much, guys. So now that we have explored the Arabian Peninsula and done it in fine style, Europe is the last leg of today's truly amazing holiday destinations. Athens and Heraklion are the ideal starting point for visitors to explore the many sights, the ancient wonders of the beautiful Greek islands. Paolo is back to tell us a little bit more about some of the wonders that await for us in the European leg on board the Costa Diadema. We know that this is the tiara of its fleet. Absolutely beautiful. Paolo, the more I think about this, and I'm just going to repeat it because this is 23 nights for 27,999 Rand per person, including flights. That's 23 nights. Just put that into perspective. Work backwards, but it is departing from the 13th of March. It's a repositioning, so you need to know that this unbelievable deal does only exist on that day, and you can phone right now, 0861 777 245. Phone right now if you want to make inquiries. But let's move into Europe now. When we talk about ancient wonders, we've spoken about the Greek islands before. This is where that antiquity really does come to life, and it's there, and it's in this beautiful setting.
I know, it's beautiful. Well, you first arrive Athens, and there, you know, you've got the famous Acropolis, which is on top of the mountain overlooking the city. So it's one of those sites that you'll never forget, you know. And then from there, you get to the Heraklion. And that is the popular, you know, island, Greek island of Crete. There it's also beautiful. They've got the Venetian it's fountains and fortresses around there, the beautiful like turquoise seas. There, it's absolutely magical out there.
I think for me the most, I mean, it looks beautiful. You can just chill on a beach, go and shop at the Bronze Age ruins. The fact that you can see history to that extent is amazing. Then we finish off with some pretty awesome destinations in Italy.
Yes, so you go to Catania, which is in Sicily, and that's in the southern part of Italy. It's an island off the southern part of Italy. Again, another beautiful place to go and explore. They've got the Catania architecture there, and they've got the Mount Etna, which is an active volcano, which is, but at least it's quite a distance from the city, so you're quite safe there.
And they are measuring its activity. The architecture also just, I mean, the food will always stand out, I know, in Italy, but that influence, that Baroque influence, just looking at the pictures, absolutely amazing. I think when you tour a place, you've got to tour with your mouth and taste the cuisine.
Absolutely. They've got the amazing food. You know, the Greek food is always good, the tapas and so forth, so it's really, really nice.
Absolutely beautiful. Then we move on to Naples.
Yes, so now you're going over to Italy, and well, you starting off actually in, I think it's in, let me just think where, Naples. Is it Naples? Yes. So you go to Naples, which is absolutely beautiful port. I always say there you can go to Sorrento, you can go to Positano, Pompeii, or the Isle of Capri. That was where the birth of pizza came about. So try and have a pizza while you're there.
Like it was made originally, cooked on volcanic rock.
Yes.
That's the way to do it. I love that. Beautiful stuff, incredible dishes, incredible history, incredible sights and scenes. Then I think when you want to go to Italy and experience that history, but also experience the best balance of what it has to offer, you've got to go to Rome. What stands out in Rome? What do we get to experience?
So Rome, I keep saying the same thing. It's an open-air museum for me. You know, you've got the famous, iconic, you know, monument of the Colosseum there, which is a definite must. You know, you can decide to take a red hop-on, hop-off drop-off tour bus, you know, that actually stops at all these wonderful places. You can go see the Trevi Fountain and throw a coin and make a wish, you know, and see the Spanish Steps, and then definitely the Vatican City, and see the Sistine Chapel. You know, you've got a full day there to explore, so that's quite nice. And then from there you head on to your last bit, which is Savona, where you finish your trip, disembark, and you fly home, and with many storytelling experiences on that trip. So again, a beautiful destination, you know, unique destination, going from Dubai all the way up to Savona.
Yeah, this kind of feels like 2 or 3 kind of dream holidays all wrapped into one, which is truly amazing. Very special, very special price, but only embarking on that one day. We know that the 13th of March next year is when you can experience this, but the price for me is, it seems just a little bit ridiculous that for 27,999 Rand, that this all is kind of covered. So what exactly does that cover?
So with all our packages, it does include your flights ex-Johannesburg, your airport taxes, your one-night stay in Dubai, and then you go on board the Costa Diadema for 22 nights. It actually overnights in Dubai and also overnights in Muscat, so you got more time to visit those places while you're on the cruise. And it is a full board basis, which means that all your, you know, meals, your breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks on board, all your entertainment activities on board, you know, is included. So it's really one of those exclusive deals that we have for our viewers. You know, it's very good.
It's actually truly miraculous, and I have learned a little thing or two about cruising culture and about the value that can be obtained through something like this. I think there is something truly magical, romantic about the destinations, but being able to travel in style, to unpack once, be able to enjoy that luxury and the amenities on board, but to have this kind of diversity in destinations, but most importantly for this ridiculous price, I think that's where this really does come to be. Truly amazing stuff. I think your team have outdone themselves. I think if you can, if this is your opportunity, and I think there are people out there going, this is now the one for me. You can go and treat yourself to a scenic holiday across the Arabian Peninsula, across some of the best, most beautiful historic destinations in Europe, and make, I think, ultimately the lifetimes of a memory, something that you'll cherish forever. You can call right now if you want to find out a bit more. You can go to imaginecruising.co.za, or I would suggest just get on your phone right now, 0861 777 245. That's 0861 777 245. If this has inspired you to go out there and explore the beautiful world, go and do it. You deserve it. Well done. Sure.
Thank you. No, that was awesome.
So this Thursday morning, the presenter search on 3 top 8 contestants are going to be taking over this show, Expresso. After 2 challenges that we've seen, 3 eliminations, this will be their toughest time to shine yet. Going live for the very first time.
For 3 hours.
For 3 hours.
Non-stop.
Yeah.
So join in the conversation using hashtag Expresso Show and let us know who you think should stay and who should go.
Yeah.
It's, of course, the presenter search on 3 Expresso takeover this Thursday. That's tomorrow. From 6 until 9 a.m. on SABC3, where the stage is yours.
Own it.
Who's got what it takes to shine on Expresso? Your favorite breakfast show is searching for new presenters, and it's your time to shine with Orbit Gum.
Own it with Presenter Search on 3, the Expresso edition, Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. on SABC3.
In thrilling weekly challenges, who will stand, who will stumble, and who will win the right to bring you the best of breakfast television. It's your time to shine with Presenter Search on 3 and Orbit Gum. See the world on your doorstep with SA Tourism, Short Left and Travel Start's week of awesomely affordable packages to destinations around South Africa. From September 23rd to 29th on travelstar.co.za, the country, ocean, cities and hidden gems are all in reach with super discounted flights and accommodation. No visas, no stopovers or foreign exchange. Just glorious South African getaways you can experience this Heritage Month for Travel Week.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this Wednesday morning. I hope that you've enjoyed the morning with us as we start you off into a brand new day. We've certainly enjoyed the company of Makopane Lapineng that have been here entertaining us, helping us celebrate within this Heritage Month. And here they are with one last performance, a song called Matlosana.
Baba bula ya taka di kuku dilemo matabelong adi kuku di bula ya lokore kisedua marafe makauli makawana bai tirile di khongwana bai pita kamaina babula ya nakabobone kabe babula ya le baba sinamulatu alankuta kiyalila.
Make someone smile. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Feel Good production.